We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off of Game 2 between the Knicks and 76ers in New York as the Knicks are leading the series 1-0. Joel Embiid was rolled out earlier today due to ankle and hip injuries and is listed as day-to-day. Another Game 2 at 9:30 Eastern Time as the Timberwolves are in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Minnesota is leading that series 1-0. Lakers forward Luka Doncic spoke with the media today and is, quote, frustrated with his injury as he still doesn't know exactly when he'll be able to return to the court. In the NFL, the New York Jets have made Russell Wilson a contract offer for next season, but Wilson is still weighing all of his options as broadcasting is also on the table. In baseball, Detroit left-hander Framber Valdez received a 5-game suspension for intentionally throwing at Red Sox shortstop Trevor Story during Tuesday's game. Manager A.J. Finch also received a 1-game suspension, and both were fined an undisclosed amount. I'm Brianna Muro.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie B.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack-a-dack, dack-dack-a-ack.
Enter, brother.
This is the best ack radio show in the history of mankind. With that password, dack-ack-a-ack-ack-ack-a-dack.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
Thank you, DC. You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
You talking about Austin
Not
turnovers?
Not 18.
Not 7.
Are you talking about the spread?
I really believe it.
No, he didn't believe that.
What'd I say? They're not going to cover the 15. Everybody,
they
they're
were
covering
right
15.
there. They were right there.
No, but that's Vegas. It's like so typical. They lost by 18. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now look
Do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it.
Just do it.
Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Do that. Aaron ain't gonna like you no more. Shout out to Aaron.
Now, I got one question for the peanut gallery on the other side of the glass. Does Ben Maller have
Oh boy.
more listeners?
Rob, caution.
More listeners, or does he get more packages than listeners? I'm just curious.
He gets a lot of stuff.
When you go in there, everything is for Ben Maller. Every box, every envelope, it's mind-boggling.
I mean, matter of fact,
Alex, am I wrong? You know I'm not wrong. Alex
You're
trying
not.
to be.
So what you're saying is, I felt like that was a call out to our listeners.
No, what I'm saying is,
Where's our snacks?
for every
Well, I don't want snacks.
listener Ben Maller has, they send 5 packages. That's
Man,
all I'm
stop
saying.
it. You're saying it's only got like 50 listeners, but that's too much math. 250
Exactly,
things?
packages coming through.
Well, I know. Listen.
We love
I know
you anyway.
We love you anyway. I know we got some people who got some fashion. Bree, somebody out there who got some nice hoodies and
How about
sweatshirt
this?
and hats.
How about like a beautiful sky blue Jordan?
It was all good till you had your 9th college on it.
Southern Connecticut State University. I'm
that
proud.
sounds so made up, doesn't it? Yeah, I am a summa cum laude at the Southern East Western Connecticut of Junior University College campus.
All right, write it down, commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't figure out letters and numbers, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means just one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you hear feedback on the line, I just said that. And if you call in here and have a problem
it's okay.
with what we say, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
Okay, and with all that said, always remember. That's my radio.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweet-oo, beady. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yay.
Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin.
Washington.
I never felt so broke or uneducated as I did 24 hours ago.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
I didn't know where I was sitting at, Alex. I'll just say I was at the Milken Institute conference. If you don't know what it is, look it up, Bree.
Was it the chocolate milk?
It was some chocolate milk, but it wasn't a lot of chocolate milk. And long story short, everybody who was the CEO of you name it, YouTube to Shaq to President Joe Biden's wife, Jill Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, to CEOs and sheiks and princes of Saudis, and it was insane. I never felt so poor in my life. Just to see the amount of people and powerful people. I had the opportunity to host a panel yesterday, moderated a panel. It was amazing, but I'd never heard of this conference. It's the second biggest financial investment and just smart people conference in the entire world. So, yeah. So just when I thought I was doing something in life, Rob G, don't ever say I got a couple dollars ever again in your life. I saw cars that I don't even know existed on Earth and people it was amazing. So shout out to everybody, the LeBron James Foundation, the Dodgers Foundation, Sir Lewis Hamilton's Foundation, and Project Line was there as well. It was a great panel. It was a great time. So
of course, he has to grease the people that he serves the most: LeBron James Foundation and the Dodgers.
What you mean? I can't. I listen. I didn't choose it.
First two people.
I was chosen.
Yeah,
Look at my back. Do you not see the chosen one?
Yeah.
Look,
okay.
Don't get mad.
That looks like acne to me. Not a tattoo.
Well, I hope it's like Acme and a freaking anvil falls on your head right now.
That's what it looks like. All right. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. That's right. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just check out and search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer.
Bud Mexican is.
Alex is our engineer.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
No, you're not. You're not hidden anymore. I'm saying everybody knows it.
Bree.
Look at you, ready to fight me.
If it's Bree, it's for we.
She's not sweet.
So there you go.
It's the sweet one.
There you go, Bree. And she's at the anchor desk. She'll keep us updated throughout the program.
Never heard of him.
And of course,
never heard of him.
And
never heard of him.
Elijah.
Who is it?
Our social
Is Elijah
media
here?
guru. All right, Rob G. James Harden. He never disappoints. Every spring, or what are we? Not in the summer yet. So every spring. James Harden does what he does, and it just falls in line to his MO and who he is.
That's right. Our Detroit Pistons take game one over the Cleveland Cavaliers. But you mentioned it. James Harden, if you look at the stat line, you're like, hey, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. Slim Jim Harden came to play. And then you read a little bit further, and you see that he had more turnovers, 7, than made baskets, 6. That is the third time he's had more turnovers than made baskets in this playoff alone, the 29th time in his playoff career. Guys, here's another one. Across 181 career playoff games, 1 in every 4 times, James Harden will have as many turnovers or more turnovers than made baskets. Shout out to Slim Jim Harden being who we thought he was.
And I'm just going to say this.
What you going to say, Rob?
It's plain and simple. Because I know people have they'll take a look at somebody's stats or whatever and, you know, all the numbers that he compiled and whatnot and go, man, this guy's been one of the all-time great scorers in this league. We get it. He won an MVP. Just prolific. Prolific. But I'm here to tell you that when it comes to James Harden, it ain't about being a prolific scorer. James Harden has cemented himself. You heard of the LOAT.
I did it. Well,
Tom Brady.
I sit next to you.
The luckiest of all time.
Oh, boy.
You heard of LeBron, the finals failure of all time.
What's the new oat we got?
And now James Harden is officially the puffote, the playoffs failure of all time.
Puffote.
Puffote.
Crazy.
P-F-O-A-T, the playoff failure of all time. And it's well documented because as good as he's been during the regular season for so many years in the NBA, he's been that bad for that long in the postseason in the NBA. 1-4 games where he has more turnovers than baskets. I think that speaks for itself. That's an incredible number, and it speaks to your volume. I know people, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, I get it, because they open up the door and everybody gets into the Basketball Hall of Fame. James Harden is a major disappointment, and Rob G brought it up. If you just looked at those numbers, he had 22 points. Wow, okay. Well, no, this is not new. This is a movie we've seen over and over. I told you I've seen The Wizard of Oz 1,000,000 times. I've seen James Harden be the puffote 1,000,001 times. This is who he is. I don't know if he'll ever change it. He'd have to go to the NBA Finals, win the Finals MVP, you know what I mean, and put on a display that no one has ever seen. And guess what? As the clock ticks on James Harden's career, I don't believe he's going to ever be there. And this is just another example of James Harden being who we thought he was.
James Harden, of course, is the example of what you say. He made his name. He's been an MVP. He's been an MVP runner-up a couple of times. He's been an all-star a billion times. One of the best offensive weapons this league has ever seen. He's made his name, but he didn't make his fame, because they say the regular season where you make your name, and the playoffs are where you make your fame. And he has not been able to do that latter portion. He has not been able to make his fame. And if anything, he's become infamous or synonymous with bad performances, non-clutch performances, showing up falling short. And that's sad because of how great he was offensively during a regular season for the bulk of his career. And I'll give you a couple of things. Robert Horry, not going in the Hall of Fame. Some people say he should, but he's not, and that's fair to say he's not. I don't necessarily think he should. But Robert
was never a starter,
right?
And stuff, so
So I'm with it.
I get it.
But Robert Horry made his name become famous by making all types of big shots, and not just big shots. You were I believe you were, Game 5 of Spurs Pistons.
Of
I was
course
there. I was there too, and it wasn't just he hit the big shot to tie it. He went crazy in overtime. Between overtime and fourth quarter, he had like 24 points. And he when he was with the Rockets, he had huge games, hitting 6 threes. He made his name and became famous with big shots, big performances, clutch shots, clutch performances in the playoffs. We already know guys like Game 6 Clay, where he had a multitude of Game 6s where his team needed him the most, and he showed up. And let's not even go the MJs and the Kobes and the LeBrons and the Birds.
You can't bring Steph into this conversation, but go ahead.
No, well, Steph, I didn't say shot. I didn't say shot. And so my point is, we have these other big-time guys, Kawhi Leonard even, where they showed up when it was needed. Paul Pierce showed up when it was needed. James Harden, you can't think of a time, and I'm not saying he didn't have one single game, but you associate him, if you're playing the word association game, and the theme is playoffs, and I go flip up Harden, you're going to go failure, or you're going to go letdown, or you're going to go didn't show up, or you're going to go less than. And that's a shame because how great he was for the regular season. There was a 10-year period where he was one of the greatest offensive weapons. I mean, he could drop 40 points and 20 assists, and it wouldn't be crazy. And so when it comes postseason, and now he says after game 1 against the Pistons, he goes, it's nothing they did. I can just fix my stuff. I know I was the reason, so I can just fix that. Well, let me tell you something. The Pistons led the league in points off turnovers. Last night, they had 29 off those 19 or 20 turnovers the Cavs had.
Yeah, but his point is I agree with it. He's been turning the ball over long before they play the Pistons.
No, my point is, I'm not questioning that. Yeah, I'm saying following game 1.
He can take care of the basketball. He's been turning the ball over for years.
And he turned true. But I'm saying he act like it's an easy fix. I'll just be good. It ain't nothing they did. No, that's what they do. You came up short. You turned the ball over when they needed it most. And I don't think it's just I ain't going to turn it over. They didn't do nothing again.
I say he can say, I'm not going to turn it over, but he's been doing this for a long time. That's all. This is his MO. This is who he is.
So I think it's just one of the more perplexing and disappointing because it's not like he was a good player during his NBA career. He was he was one of the absolute probably 5 best players of the last 15 to 20 years in the NBA. And to come up regularly, routinely short in the postseason is just very strange. And I think the last part I'll make is also what makes it difficult is he can't just say the shot's not falling. Well, I'm going to lock up on defense, or I'm going to get all the rebounds, or I'm going to block shots. The problem is if he's not really scoring and kind of in the flow of things, well, then he's out of the game. Other guys can at least contribute other ways, and that's not his forte. He can't do that.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369 is.
Let me know when you got it.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at this. Thanks, Rob G. I'm like trying to read what he said here, but I'm like this one.
How you struggling reading? You got your glasses on.
Maybe use your reading voice, Rob.
It's a typo, so I'm trying to read it as I
Don't
say
be
it.
Ron. Your new nickname is Rob Burgundy today.
All right. I heard once watching live on television, WFSB in Hartford, Connecticut, Gayle King, who's the anchor on the CBS Mornings, look straight in the camera and say, "I'll be black tomorrow night at 6 or whatever."
That's funny.
Straight in the camera. But anyway.
First of all, Alex, why does he remember that? Why does he remember their call letters? Why does he remember her first job? Why is he like?
I remember it. Gayle King, WFSB. All right. What is James Harden's NBA legacy? Is it the MVP and all the scoring, or is it the history of playoff failures? You already know. I think he's the playoff failure of all time. We'll continue that conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It is the Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you got a new oat for Uncle Rob in the US of A.
J.J. Redick said something today, Rob G., that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, ahead of game one, the Lakers, you mentioned it, 15.5-point underdogs.
That is unbelievable. Has LeBron ever been a 15.5-point underdog?
I don't
You know
think
what I
even
mean?
back
In
in
a
07
playoff
he was
game?
that low.
My God.
But, yeah, it's not looking good for the Lakers. Everybody's expecting not only to lose this series, but all likelihood to get swept. And J.J. Redick, ahead of game one, spoke about the task at hand going against the defending champion Thunder. Take a listen.
We saw a stat in our morning meeting this morning, like teams that have had back-to-back or even more than that, 10 or more better net ratings in consecutive seasons. We're talking about the 95-96 Bulls, the 96-97 Bulls, and then the 15-17 Warriors. You're literally talking about two of the greatest teams of all time. I said to a bunch of people yesterday, off-site, that were, talking about this series to me. I said, yeah, the Thunder are one of the greatest teams ever in NBA history. That's just the reality. They're that good. I think our guys recognize that and respect that, and we know what kind of task we have in front of us.
No, they are not one of the greatest teams in NBA history, J.J. Redick. What baloney is that? They won a championship. We gave them a parade. We threw the confetti at them. They also went 7 games against Denver and 7 games against Indiana. If Halliburton didn't get hurt, they might have lost that championship. I don't care what the numbers say. This is a typical coach speak. J.J. Redick thinks everybody's a dummy. You know what he's saying? Keith, he's saying, we're going to get drubbed, so I'm going to soften the blow. I'm going to tell you how great they are, so no one's going to look at me and say, oh, the Lakers are garbage, or they're trash, or how embarrassing. Even with LeBron, everybody talks about how great he is and the numbers he's still putting up, and nobody gives him a damn chance. I get it. OKC is the defending champs, and they are a hell of a team. But to crown them with one championship, that they're one of the greatest teams of all time, can you stop? Can you pump the brakes? Can you give us a break? J.J. Redick is full of baloney. J.J. Redick is a $3 bill. J.J. Redick is disingenuous. It's coach speak, Keith. He's trying to deflect and tell you there's nothing to see here. He's warning Laker fans. Don't worry, we are losing because they're so great. I never heard a defeatist attitude before you even get into a series. My God. Do you know that thing's called upsets? I'm not buying J.J. Redick.
Well, JJ was in the media. This is a Jedi mind trick. And it's smart, honestly, because the almighty Lakers don't even belong on the court with one of the greatest teams of all time. If he's right about them, they might go back-to-back champs, and they're going to say, hey, JJ was trying to tell us. And you know what it is? It's you underpromise, and you hope that you overperform. If the Lakers win one game, then it's like, oh, look at the Lakers. Look at the job JJ's doing. If they win 2 games, oh, we got a series now. And, he's just kind of, like you said, throwing platitudes at him to soften the blow. I get it. I understand it. I would do the same thing. I would be like, hey, listen, these guys are great. We don't belong on the same hardwood as these guys. It's going to be a tough series. Maybe it's also a Jedi mind trick to get in their heads where they kind of come in thinking it's going to be sweet. They've been off for a little while. Maybe you can get that first game. Nah, they're not getting that first game. They're going to get smoked.
15.5 point underdog.
They're going to get smoked.
You think Vegas gives away 15.5 points?
No.
Seriously. They look at this and go, no, there's no matchup here. What are you talking about? Ain't no way. Aretha Franklin sang that song. Alex, can we get that? Ain't no way. Aretha Franklin. Ain't no way. But he going to sit here and tell you that they're the greatest. Just call it. I believe in my guys. I know on paper we're overmatched. We're not supposed to compete and win this thing. But I believe in my guys. He's too busy flossing the OKC Thunder. Is that what they say, flossing? Is that what it is? Glazing. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, glazing. That's what he's doing.
You're close.
Okay.
Flossing.
Hey, yo!
Hold up.
You get my point, Keith. Man,
yeah, I knew what you was getting at, what you were alluding to.
I hate it. I hate it, man. Where's the competition? Do you know there have been some great upsets in sports history? There really have. There have been some. That's why we play. That's why we love the game. Do you know why? It's the ultimate reality TV. It is. That's why the only thing that moves the needle today in today's society, live sporting events and national news.
That's right. Never enough. No sunshine. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Antonio Daniels, AD, will join us here in a few minutes. Looking forward to that. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu for more info. Harden, great regular season, poor playoff performances. Are we wrong for that? Can he change it? Or maybe we're exaggerating it? What do you think? 877-99 on Fox. James Harden, who we got? Let's take some calls.
Let's do it. Let's start with Josh in Idaho. He's living in his private Idaho. That's right, Josh. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, guys. Been on a few times now. Last time we talked about the good old fry sauce. You got to try it here up in Idaho.
That's right. You telling us about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still didn't FedEx any. You didn't FedEx any.
But I do want to know, and I think might have asked you before, are French fries cheaper there? I'm just saying, like, they should be like 10 cents.
No,
in abundance.
They're cheaper and they're better.
Okay.
I believe it.
But
All right, so it's worth I was going to fly Spirit to Idaho, but I don't think that's going to work out.
Yeah, maybe no longer.
Yeah. All right, what you got on James?
R.I.P.
All right, this is what I got. The three things that James has brought. Number one, the beard. Number two, the sidestep three.
Yeah.
That everybody does now, which
true.
I think was a travel, but now it's not. And he really is the one to put the spot on that. And then the third is his ability to pout and complain about where he's at so that he could get traded and go to the next big place. I don't think offensively he is a great player, but he doesn't add anything to the team. So that's why he has 0 chips.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yep, no doubt. And
I thought he was going to pull up, say, number 4 would have been the jersey in Houston.
That's right, hanging up at the strip club.
Yeah, I thought he was going to mention that.
Yep. Kevin in Culver City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kevin?
God is good.
All the time.
Hey, Rob, did you have a little fling going on with Gayle King back in the day?
Oh, shoot.
I mean, Rob, you're the man. I know you got some interest in rendezvous.
What? Yeah, Gayle King.
Has he been reading Kinko's letters?
I was in college.
I know your little inside joke too with that private Idaho. That's B-52s, man. You ain't gonna get that past me. That's an all-time classic.
Oh,
I feel like Kevin in our group text.
Hey, let me tell you something. That's one of my favorite songs.
What's that? Which one?
Oh, me too. I'm right
Alex?
with you, Rob.
What song?
Uncle Rob.
Private Idaho.
Oh, you got to hit me with that one.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't know that one? Hold on. Here we go. We got to play this one. This
Private Idaho. You remember that one, Bree? Rob G?
Rob G, yes. What do you mean no, Alex?
I ain't going to ask Brandon or Shay.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Can you see me in the clubs in the 80s?
You come here often?
Living in your own private Idaho, on the ground like a wild potato.
DJ Rob.
Elijah.
All right.
Put the camera on me.
I can't let y'all
Don't ever
slam
play that
Audubon's
again.
finest. You know, this is L.A. This is the man from Audubon. Look, James came back to the Clippers. He tried to do right for the city of L.A., and the Clippers went in a different direction, so they said they want to trade him. And he ran into the Bulls of this, era.
That's fine. That's fine, Kevin. And I know you love the hometown guys,
Kev, this was
Kevin.
crazy, Kev.
But come on now
Kev.
with the turnovers. Come on, dude. Stop.
I'll say this: he wanted to get a bag and go to Houston and get paid,
Which is fine.
I'm not mad
Which
at
is
it.
fine. But also, if you go back to when he was with OKC, he played tremendously up until you got
Terrible in the finals.
In the finals, he was terrible.
South Beach got him. South Beach got him in that series. That was all South Beach. That's a young
Before
man.
that, I was like, who is this guy?
All
My
of us
God.
were. Yeah, and then he goes to Houston and he's an MVP candidate pretty much every year, and he's balling out. And
21 threes missed.
And then 27 threes.
27 threes.
And then not to mention they don't come back a couple of times. He has some other bad performance against the Spurs and just all like there's always something. Then he's injured here and this. So it's not just like a one-time thing. We've been doing this now for 15 years. All right, appreciate the call, Kev. All right, on the way, Antonio Daniels, NBA champ. We'll chop it up with him in just a minute. Right now, if it is Bree, it is for we.
I was right. It was the B-52s. At least I have that. I never heard that song in my life, but I knew it was the B-52s.
Are you
That's
serious?
That's it. You can put your headphones back on. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you that.
Okay. No, that is That's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, you was big. You had a big
That was in
Budweiser
the
in your
80s.
hand.
That was in the 80s. You know what I mean? I was in
that's
college.
good. Yeah, I'm glad
Let
it
me
was
tell
in
you,
the
what
80s.
we knew that was the 80s.
Yeah.
That sounded very 80s, Rob. You didn't have to convince us.
They sing Rock Lobster, right? That's like the B-52
No, they got some hits.
They got some hits. Yeah, I would totally see them. Alrighty, guys, right now, who doesn't have any hits right now? The 76ers are beating the Knicks 17-14. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Paul George has an early 11 points. They're playing without Joel Embiid. He was ruled out a little bit earlier today. He has some ankle and hip injuries. Later on tonight at 9:30 Eastern time, the Timberwolves are in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Minnesota is leading that series 1-0. Luka Doncic said he is frustrated with his injury and doesn't know exactly when he'll be able to return to the court. And in the NHL playoffs right now, the Sabres have a 1-0 lead over the Canadiens early in the first period. Later on tonight, 9:30 Eastern time, the Golden Knights are home. They're going to take on the Ducks. They have a 1-0 series lead. In baseball, the Angels crushed the White Sox 8-2. Mariners beat the Braves 3-1. Andy Pages hit a career-high 3 home runs as the Dodgers curbstomped the Astros 12-2. Houston had received news earlier today that Carlos Correa is done for the season because he needs season-ending surgery. And Detroit left-hander Framber Valdez received a 5-game suspension for intentionally throwing at Red Sox shortstop Trevor Story during Tuesday's game. Manager AJ Finch also received a 1-game suspension. Back to you guys.
Great, thank you. Odd Couple Rob, Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Joined now by our man, Antonio Daniels, NBA champion, Pelicans TV analyst, SiriusXM NBA radio, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. All that good stuff. AD, what's up, brother?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Awesome.
There you go.
What is today? Today's, what is it? Worship Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Worship Wednesday.
There you go. Look at that. He's got the show down to a science.
Well, because we either give him the angel or the devil on the shoulder. We give him 0 or 100. It's either the God or the strip club Magic City. That's
what?
We've gone to extremes with AD.
That's you, Rob.
Antonio, don't act like you ain't never been to a strip club back in the day when you were a player.
Them days are so far behind.
I know. Okay, but you've been there. That's all I'm saying. You're a married man, family man. I get all that. I used to be married too.
And we see what you chose. AD, there's a lot of great hoops to get to right now. I want to start with what we saw yesterday, which was the Pistons kind of 4 games now in a row, been able to find ways to win. Wasn't the greatest offensive showing from really both teams. A few players had a couple of nice games here and there. I want to start with the concern most people have, including myself, is who's going to be that second scorer. It's been 5 games now, I believe it is, maybe 6, for Tobias Harris, 20 straight points, 20 games or more, those 5 or 6 straight games. Can he be that guy for them? Can he, Cade is going to Cade. Can he be that for the Pistons?
I mean, for right now, I mean, eventually you would hope that second guy is Jaylen Brown, because that's who it's been all year. Before Cade Cunningham and Luka, want their cases to be, first, second team and be eligible for awards, Jaylen Brown was 13. Mm-hmm. He was going to be 13. He was, in the top 3 of most improved player of the year conversation. So I don't. Why not Jaylen Brown?
It doesn't look like it's going to happen, AD. The playoffs get tighter. Often defensive schemes get better. It just doesn't look like he's going to be that guy.
This is what I tell you, Kelvin. It changes from series to series. So just because one series wasn't good for you doesn't mean the next series can't be. We see that the narrative changes so much around the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like, it is amazing to me how you can play 82 games, build up a narrative, and then have a bad 3 or 4 game stretch and the narrative changes. Think of the narrative right now that's around Brandon Ingram. Think of the narrative right now that's surrounding Austin Reeves. Right? These are guys that had great individual years, but if you struggle in the playoffs, we're having a completely different conversation.
Well, let's go there, because Austin Reeves, this ain't no 1 year. Last year he didn't play well either. So at some point, people do look at stuff and they go, well, you played well last year, and then when the playoffs came, you didn't. This year, they're counting on you with Luka out. I mean, there's nothing wrong with people expecting for a guy who's played well to play relatively well.
Expectations are different than a narrative flipping. Because let me ask you guys a question. If you guys can go back to when LeBron was out and when Luka was out and when Austin Reeves was putting up 40, 15, and 12, think of the narrative that was around him then. The games versus the Denver Nuggets. So would you guys offer Austin Reeves a max contract?
I wouldn't.
No, that's too much. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Now, here's the thing.
And I don't care when he was scoring the 40 points. No.
Man.
No. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing. Do you think there's one team out there that would?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything as far as.
I'm going to tell you what it means, Rob. If one team out there offers you a max contract, you're a max player.
Yeah, but that's fine. But we've also seen bad contracts and play. It happens all the time, Antonio. That doesn't mean you're good. I saw John Contract get a bigger contract than Dominique Wilkins with the Hawks, and that was 30 years ago. And
But here's the thing, though, Rob. When you think about the Lakers, the question becomes, how much do they need Austin Reeves? Because can you afford for him to walk out? Can you afford for him to go somewhere else?
I can.
If LeBron goes somewhere else and you have Luka there, we know what that looks like already.
Yeah, but everything to me, it's you're right. All it takes is for one bad team to pay somebody or decide for them it's worth it because they don't have anybody and they want somebody and they'll do it. But I'm telling you, from my standpoint, if you're the Lakers, you got to understand that if this guy melts come postseason time, is that the guy you really want? And I'm just being. It ain't a sample size of one game or one series. This is 2 years in a row now. It just makes me pause. That's all I'm saying.
And we've seen guys that are first ballot Hall of Famers. When it comes to the postseason, the narrative changes.
Were you listening to us?
Around James Harden. Think about the narrative around Paul George.
Yeah.
Right, but those are still max contract guys.
Yeah, but if you ask me, I'll tell you those were bad contracts, especially Paul George. I don't care what anybody's. A bad contract. Terrible.
Well, I think I don't agree. I think you can the person be a max player. They just came up short. Like they don't have to be you. James Harden absolutely is a max player. I would have expected him to show up better.
I just look at stuff. I think I get it, and teams got to spend money, and players are available, and it's a small Antonio group of people, and everybody can't play ball at that level. So I get it why they get paid what they get paid. But I'm not paying everybody. I just think it's got to be somebody who you really believe like this guy is a can't miss. This is what I believe in.
Yeah, there is no such thing as a can't miss.
No. But I'm saying, but I don't have a problem with them paying. When they decided the Lakers trade and got Luka and paid him, like okay, 5-time All NBA, first team All NBA. I'm okay with that, even with the weight, even with some of the other issues, and now of course him being hurt, which is a part of it.
Right.
I want to go. I want to go here. AD Antonio Daniels on with the Odd Couple. Is it you, Rob? You got one? It was on you.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we're watching this Knicks Sixers. Game 1, Sixers were just tired coming away from that Game 7, or the Knicks were just that good. What do you kind of look at that?
I think it's both. Here's my thing. You don't want to give excuses, but I feel like if you're an older team or you have someone that needs it, rest is more important than rhythm. If you're a younger team and you don't need the rest, I would prefer rhythm. So the Lakers got an extra day of rest, right? Mm-hmm. And if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, I play a Game 7 on Saturday. And emotional Game 7 against Boston, and in 48 hours, you're at Madison Square Garden playing again. Is it a coincidence that now Joel Embiid can't go today?
Right.
Because they need the rest. But if I'm the San Antonio Spurs and I'm a younger team, right, I don't need the rest. I want the rhythm. I feel like two things can be true at the same time because the Knicks are defending in a completely different they've ramped it up defensively. Mm-hmm. They changed their offense where they're using Karl Anthony Towns as a hub, which is great to see. But on the other end, I also think the Philadelphia 76ers could have used an extra day of rest similar to what the Lakers got.
I got the 76ers winning this game. This will be typical New York Knicks. I got the typical. I'm gonna pick the Sixers because we had a big conversation about do they play better without Joel Embiid?
No. Okay, let me ask you a question.
No.
I'm just beat Boston without Joel Embiid.
I get it, but I'm just saying. Sometimes when you think somebody's out, just like we saw in the Denver series,
that's true.
Right? Oh no, they can't win now. Minnesota can't win. Other guys, you notice, Antonio. They're ball players, right?
I feel like one of the biggest misconceptions in the league is guys and fans feel like because guys don't play that they can't play, and when they do play, that's all that they have. Like, to watch Ayo Dosunmu go out there and put up 40 points, that's not surprising. Like, these dudes have so much in their bag, they just are in a box. The league does a great job at putting guys in a box, and a lot of times it takes multiple guys being injured for them to get out of that box.
100%. All right, last thing, the Lakers. A couple of my friends, they're like, oh, there's no way the Lakers can't cover 15.5. That's so disrespectful to LeBron and them. And they lost by 18. And my point is, do they have a chance in this series? Seriously, it looks like they won't win a game.
No. The thing is, the question is, do they have a chance to win a game?
Right. I agree with that.
And I think that they can win. I think that they can win Game 4.
Based off desperation
because
back home?
What ends up happening is Oklahoma City wins the first 3 pretty handily, and then we've seen them do this before, Oklahoma City. And it's like you're comfortable. So you come out in Game 4, and you're just on slow motion a little bit, and then you give that game away. And then the Thunder win in Game 5. So a gentleman sweep as opposed to a regular sweep.
That's very possible. I mean, I don't, that could happen for sure. Last point for me, with the Spurs in Minnesota, do we underestimate Minnesota year in, year out?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. And now I will tell you this. I'm guilty myself. I'm guilty of that myself. Like, initially I had the Spurs in 5 because I didn't think Anthony Edwards, who obviously has vibranium running through his veins like Wolverine or whatever it's called, but I didn't think that he would be playing until Game 3 or Game 4. The fact that he not just showed up in Game 1, but he wasn't limping, he wasn't laboring, like that's a culture-defining moment for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, we forget that this is a team that went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. It's not by accident. They're talented, they're physical, they're long, they're athletic, and they check a lot of boxes.
Yeah. And then with Edwards coming back, giving that morale, that pep in their step, they got a good one. We'll see what happens a little bit later on. AD, thank you as always, my man. We appreciate it.
For sure. Appreciate it, fellas. Have a blessed night.
No doubt. You too. A. Daniels 33. Give him a follow when you can. On the way, we'll see how Rob did with Shekel City. We got your tie rack play of the day as well, and give you a little bit more update on the game that we're watching right now, Philly at New York. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday, Fox Sports Radio.
Rob G., the Boston Celtics, Game 7. Couple issues, but, of course, Jaylen Brown highlighted.
Yeah, we had a few Game 7s over the weekend, and this one was on Saturday, so we expected this one we get to later in the show. It's not a big deal. We're 2 Game 7s removed from that. But Jaylen Brown had to get on Twitch on Sunday night and made some comments about what went wrong for Boston during that series, and it got everybody up in roar. Take a listen.
What are y'all talking about? They clearly had an agenda. They clearly had on a red board. If Jaylen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. I've been critical about them, and I called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you in the playoffs. Watch this. And that's exactly what they did. And when you're in the middle of the series, I don't got time to say that because that's a distraction. I'm trying to focus. But now that's over, I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You're gonna call that on me every time. And y'all don't see it like it's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda. Look at the same move.
Okay. It could all be true, but it comes out as sour grapes when you blow a 3-1 lead. And we can talk about the Celtics all we want, and the same thing comes up. They live by the 3, they die by the 3, right? When they lost to the Knicks last year, what happened? They missed 75 out of 100 threes. They go up 3-1. They shoot 28% in the last 3 games. And guess what? You get knocked out.
Yep.
So you can talk about all you want. It just sounds bad. Jaylen Brown had a great year, absolutely great year. So let me tell you, So they allowed you to do whatever you wanted, and now they want to punish you because they have an agenda against you at somehow, and now all of a sudden that's the reason you lost. How was it that maybe it was Tatum, right, not being there, which is a big blow. Nobody's going to poo-poo that or act like it's not. And then the idea that this team has lived and died by the three. I'm sorry, I can't get with it.
Man, absolutely not. You took it nicely on them, to be honest with you. I'm beyond disappointed in Jaylen Brown. First of all, go to Cancun first. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Go take the break. Go relax. Get your mind off it because you just mentioned.
The only problem is Vrabel and Rossini's on the boat, so there might not be any room. Did you see?
Yeah, and then they might have been taking Spirit, so there might not be no flights right now.
That was something for inside the NBA. Did you see it?
Oh, they put them on the Gone Fishing joint. Yeah,
they put them on the boat.
Well, that show doesn't shy away from it.
No, but that's so anti-ESPN.
Yeah.
Though. Remember, they're not on TNT.
Well, they told
anymore.
them if we're gonna do it, let us do us.
I was shocked.
Now you know Ernie might have been like, "Come on, y'all. Now, come on now." But this is my issue with Jaylen. First of all, you just lost. You got to have some grace. You got to show some love to the Sixers, or you don't have to say anything. You can just go, like I said, 1, 2, 3 Cancun it, relax, get on a floaty in the ocean or in a pool, relax, drink a Mai Tai or something, and stop talking about it because it only makes you look bad. Also, here's what I don't like. What he doesn't take account for is the fact that this team has won a championship before, and they were supposed to have the championship pedigree. The Sixers are the ones that we say they're going to panic, they're going to freak out, and B can't win a Game 7. This is supposed to be the case, right? He's coming off of an injury, and yet it was the Celtics who looked like they'd never been there before. You know what they did when they were down 1 point, Rob? 1 point with 3 minutes left in the game? They shot 7 to 8 more threes. 3 after 3 after 3. You're down a single point. Joe Mazzulla, you know what you can do? It's called adjust. Make an adjustment. Switch things up. Get somebody on the block. Have somebody draw a foul. Have somebody come off a curl like Rip Hamilton used to do and get an elbow shot. And the fact of the matter is they did the same old thing that they did last year. Shoot all these threes in crunch time when it mattered most. No variety, no mixing it up. And they lost. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and you know what they say. The definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over, expecting different results. And that's what they did. They did the exact same thing over. You can't shoot 129 threes, Rob, in 3 games and only make 36. Dare I also say, when you look at the roster, let's call it out. Let's call it what it is, Rob. Sam Hauser. You go with guys like you're playing Garza. You're playing Shireman. You're playing
none of that. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, here's where I'm going, though.
Okay,
their roster is built to only do that. And that's the issue I have with the Celtics as a whole.
But it's work for them, and I'm just saying that's who they are.
Right.
And when they're not falling, you're going to
Well, dang
lose.
it, Rob, the luck of the Irish ran out.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. Mix it up, and I'm glad I saw.
But they're not going to do that. I'm with you.
Why can't they?
I'm with you. That's not what they do.
If you look at what we saw
that's not what they do.
I hear you.
I hear you. What you're
but
saying.
That's 2 years in a row now.
What you're saying makes a logical sense. You're down by
How
one.
dare I be logical,
You
Rob?
don't need threes, right? They're not hearing you. This is who we are. This is what we do. If they don't go down, we got to live with it. And they got to live with it. So, but.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Antonio Daniels just joined us. Shout out to AD. Rob G. We'll get that up on the podcast at the end of the show, so looking forward to that. If you miss any portion, you can always catch that. All right. It is now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
I need baby oil and maybe cigarettes.
I
need a double pack of cigarettes.
Look how long Elijah's trying to hold the Shekel City sign so he can keep Shay out of this.
All right.
Elijah, just go ahead. It don't matter. He's here. Just go ahead. It don't matter. All right, we're good.
All right, a little Shekel City. I don't have all my totals.
Elijah, what's his total from last night? Did you put it up on the gram or something?
He didn't put it up, so I'll come back with that. But we'll remember that.
All right, we'll remember.
Because I want it to be. I'm not going to make it up a number or whatever. I want to keep it real.
I don't know, 128 and 97. That just felt right.
Remember, I was like 29 games on.
That's why I said it felt right. Something like that.
All right, here we go. Tonight, I'm going to take the Spurs minus 10.5.
Okay.
Hosting the T-Wolves. Wemby will bounce back.
Why they keep giving them
10.5 is crazy.
Why?
That's
how
the
do you
number.
win a game and then you're all of a sudden expected, like, you dismantle Denver and
you're double digit, right?
That's crazy. Double digit dogs when you keep winning. Yeah, that's just crazy. All right, what we got?
All right, and then I got the Mets minus 1.5 runs. They're in Colorado taking on the Rockies. I know the Rockies swept them in New York. Mets have won the first couple games or whatever, and I think today's a makeup or whatever because they had a rain out. But anyway, and I'm going to take the Pirates minus 1.5 as well. The Pirates minus 1.5, the Mets minus 1.5, and the Spurs minus 10.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
Yes, you did. We'll find out how you did when you get those numbers back. All right, let's get to your Tire Rack play of the day.
Paez swings, hits a drive to left, and this ball is gone. A 3-home run day for Andy Paez. It is 12-2.
Shut up.
High five ball.
Stop it. AM 570 on the call.
That is gone. A home run. A home run. Andy Paez. 3 home runs for tonight. I'm just saying.
Okay. That's your number 2 impression. That's your number 2. Oh, man. Anyway, AM 570 on the call there. Your Tire Rack play.
I used to work over there. Did you know that?
I see why you don't anymore.
Thanks.
And you know our bosses run that too, by the way. And also, yes, I remember we did shows over there together, you and I.
That's right.
Before
they threw me out.
Yeah, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping. Shout out to our boss for holding you down here. You know.
Right. I thought it was going to be double. I thought I was going to get a double whack.
They're like just out in everything we run, you're out. For Tire Rack, of course, been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. I didn't get to see before they went to commercial. I think Sixers might be up 2, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the game. They're not getting run out the building. Like, the Knicks play really well, and we talk about all the time. There's a law of averages that sometimes play into, and we've seen the Sixers without Embiid play well as well. So I'm not ready to concede
that series. I mean, listen, they kind of can match them speed and kind of aggression with the wings without Embiid. Obviously, he's dominant, but if he's too hurt and he starts to hamper you, he's too slow, or if he's just falling in love with the 3 too much because he's too hurt, it affects them. So it'll be, they've got enough guys to be in this game without him. Obviously, I don't want to say they're better, but because you need that height, the defense, and again, the ability to just get a bucket down low. But they got enough guys. I mean, VJ Edcombe was a really good rookie. We talked about Tyrese Maxey, an all-star. Paul George been playing pretty well. Oubre, some other guys. Like, they got enough to be in this thing. But I will say, Mike Brown, I will give him credit for how he switched up the offense, and it's what we've been calling for, just running through Cat more. Drop it in him at the elbow and let him dish it off and get assists and a high post and find guys cutting and OG's cutting and Josh Hart or Bridges cutting, finding guys out on the corner for threes. That has bode well for them. And remember, supposedly Mike Brown is an offensive guy. I don't necessarily know him like that and that to be, but that's his strength. Well, dang it, can you get to your strength? And he's finally, I'll give him credit, the last 3-4 games, they've been producing a lot of points. I mean, between how they ended Atlanta last couple of games with Atlanta, specifically that last one, game 1 in this series.
All it takes is for them to have one off night or dud, and then they'll go back to, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to continue this run.
No, they're not going to be scoring 130, but I will give them credit for him for saying, we talk about the Celtics. You're not going to mix it up? You're not going to try something different? So I do want to give him credit for saying.
The difference is the Celtics won a championship, and so they're going to say, we don't care what the outside said. We won playing this way, and I understand that. I do, compared to the Knicks that haven't won anything, and that wasn't working, and it made sense. I agree with you. Like playing through Cat.
Yeah, I like that. Just mix 100%. It up. Just because teams start to be able to zero in on Brunson. They can just, all right, Brunson's going to Brunson. And what's funny is he's having good games, really good games, great games, in fact, in this system. So credit to them for doing that. Can they withstand? Can they win this series? We'll have to wait and see as it concludes on that. We'll get you ready. Next, we got Rick Kamala, host of Beyond the Surface for X-Rated Sports. He's going to join us next hour. We still got a whole lot left in the show as well. We got to talk about the Lakers falling flat against the Thunder. It's Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Game 2 in the NBA playoffs between the 76ers and Knicks. Philadelphia has a 41-35 lead. 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Paul George, the only player in double digits with 11 points. Later tonight at 9:30 Eastern Time, the Timberwolves are in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Minnesota is leading that series 1-0. The New York Jets have made Russell Wilson a contract offer for next season, but he is still weighing all of his options as broadcasting is also on the table. In the NHL playoffs, the Sabres are edging the Canadiens 2-1, just ending the first period there in Buffalo. 9:30 Eastern Time, the Ducks are in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. Vegas has a 1-0 lead. In baseball, Andy Paul has hit a career-high 3 home runs as the Dodgers curve stomped the Astros 12-2. Rays shut out the Blue Jays 3-0. I'm Brianna Miro.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 2 here on the Odd Couple.
Number 2.
Fox Sports Radio, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Don't forget to check us out on our YouTube channel. Man, all the people who have subscribed, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that.
So when you're not subscribing to the other shows, subscribe to ours.
Stop, Rob.
Can you
Rob,
do that?
come on. Caution.
Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. There you go.
Do it!
Again, go to YouTube. You can watch us live right now and then just search. Boy,
it ain't that hard. Just got to put Odd Couple. That's
how
a lot of typing.
Odd Couple with all that. How many letters is in Odd Couple?
OUPLE-FSR.
Oh, that must be Odd Couple spelled out. Fox Sports Radio instead of FSR.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
All right.
So tell them how they do it then.
Just go ahead and subscribe. And Rick Kamala. Put a Kamala right there.
Yeah, put a Kamala.
Oh, do I say Kamala?
I'm sorry, who?
Rick Kamala. Camel, cigarette.
Why are you adding an extra syllable, both y'all? Kamala.
Kamala.
Not Kamala or Kamala.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Kamala Harris.
Now,
Kamala.
Now, Rob G, you ain't talked to us a whole hour. The first thing you do is yell at us. Don't do that. Don't come on our show yelling at us. Okay. You ain't said nothing the whole first hour.
I was going to say something in the first hour when Rob tried to throw me under the bus for that tease and the typo.
What?
But Alex is like, control yourself over there.
What?
Wait, was it not a typo?
He saw my feet swinging back and forth. I see what you're going to say something.
Wait,
Don't
was
say
it not a typo?
It was a typo.
Oh, but his point was you should be able to read through it?
Yes.
I was trying. I didn't know what to do.
Correct it. I got to do that live at 6 a.m. I got to read it and go, okay, they messed that up, and then I add in. Come on, Rob Burgundy.
I didn't know what to do. I just saw it.
I was confused.
The best part is he froze. He said,
What was it?
I don't know.
Kelvin, you got to understand it's a little too hot for Vrabel.
That's my favorite.
Vrabel.
That was the best you've ever done. Do it again.
Mike Vrabel.
You lost it. No,
What?
it's the end. Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Ooh, now you really lost it.
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Ooh, 3 times fast. Go.
Mike Vrabel.
No, why is there
What?
Why is there so much in it? Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
That was better.
Well, Mike, speaking of Vrabel, Rob, speaking of Mike Vrabel, you hear the latest on Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini?
Rob G.
We're not going to get into it because I know Rob likes this kind of stuff.
He does love this stuff.
No, I don't know. What's
TMZ is reporting, not TMZ Sports, the real TMZ, so you know it's good.
Right.
That before Diana Rossini gave birth to her first child, she was pregnant, obviously. And while she was pregnant, her and Mike Vrabel were the only 2 occupants on a rented boat for 2 to 3 hours alone on a lake.
That is unbelievable.
Who know? Like, okay, how do you find that out? Like, I get the other stuff.
Who took the boat out? Who would? You know what I mean? Like, yes. Like you have to.
But I'm saying, like, who? So that had to been what, 6 years ago or something? Like who?
That would have been 6 years ago.
Like I guess I'm saying, like, I don't even know how did you know what? Let's go through our stuff for 6 years.
No, people know. Like, they might not say anything at the time, and then they go back and go, oh, yeah, I remember. You know what? I remember him and her.
And what
I
I
remember
think is,
them, and then they call, pick up the phone. And
once the TM Zizzle gets in it and checks start going out,
right.
I think people been holding on to something like.
I tell people all the time, Alex, you're a security guard at one of the local hospitals here in L.A. TMZ comes by, and they
we
go,
heard such and such.
No, they go, Alex, somebody come in here, celebrity, whatever, you pick up the phone and you let us know.
It's a check waiting for you.
They got, so they know all the hospitals are covered, the restaurant, the maitre d', dude, the guys who park the cars, the valet, they pay all those guys at all the best restaurant, all that stuff. What's called? Jay Leno's here. They get Jay Leno's here. That's how they find out about where everybody is. Seriously.
I can't wait for Rob to be in a scandal because I'm going to remember everything.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going to be calling
everything.
Rob. They're going to be, hey, Rob G, we got an extra $1 for you.
They're like, you know what? We got enough. I don't think we're going to be. No, I got more for you, just in case.
Unfortunately,
I'll pitch it to you instead.
Unfortunately, my scandal's coming the day after 5 years.
That'll be it.
That'll be the scandal.
There it comes out.
And nobody will care about Rob Parker at that point. That'll be the difference.
Just don't be like some other people we see who.
No. All right.
Now stop now.
I do want to say this.
Yes, what's that?
Condolences to Ted Turner's family. Ted Turner passed away at 87 years old. And all I want to say is the one thing I always admired about his story, and this guy wound up being filthy rich.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, Alex, did you know this? He was the biggest land owner in the United States. He owned more land than any other single entity in the United States. That's
I watched the whole doc on him
incredible
8 years ago, whatever it was. Yeah.
But the other thing that I admired about him is he took over his dad's near bankrupt billboard company in Atlanta when he was like 24 years old and turned that around in order to make money and then became. And the idea of CNN, I remember people laughing, saying, a news network in Atlanta, Georgia?
24 hours? Listen, when you can say I own CNN, TNT, TBS, the Braves, the Hawks, I think life is pretty good. I think you did pretty well for yourself.
You sure did.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Ted Turner.
87 years old. And wrestling, I mean, he did so many different things.
Without a doubt. And you know this, just going to Atlanta in the 90s, especially early the 2000s, like you felt the presence, without a doubt. Our meteorologist, Alden Robertson's from Atlanta, and she texted her mom, like, wow, did you know? And her mom was like, it's just like a legend for them in Atlanta. Kind of like the Illich family in Detroit as far as owning Little Caesars, Tigers, Red Wings. Like, it's just kind of wild.
100%.
Control so much of a city.
And then the Superstation, everybody watched that. When cable first came on and everybody watched which used to be TBS Channel 17 in Atlanta, and then it became a Superstation.
Yep.
All right.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
All right, Rob G. We're hearing more and more from somebody who's supposed to be not mentioned necessarily because he ain't in the playoffs anymore. That is Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, interestingly enough, this time it wasn't Jaylen Brown who said something. This time, instead, it was a mentor of his, not a mentee, Rob Parker, a mentor of his, Tracy McGrady, Hall of Famer, does a podcast with his cousin Vince Carter. And they were talking about some of the NBA headlines that come out of the first round.
All Hall of Famers are not
Dang it, Rob.
I'm sorry.
And, of course, Jaylen Brown and his comments and what happened in Boston came up. And during the conversation, Tracy McGrady said something that had everybody's ears perk up just a little bit in Boston. Take a listen.
His frustration lies deeply within the organization and other things that, of course, we don't really have that. Details too. There's just been a lot of stuff, that I've been hearing just going on with the Boston organization with JB, so I think part of him is like, I showed you guys more of who I am as a basketball player, not only just, what I did on the basketball court, but the leadership that I displayed within, this team. And you've seen that. Not having our, best player in JT. You've seen a different side of me and what I'm able to bring to the game of basketball. So all that stuff, I think just came into play with him and his frustration.
And I think we might be getting to a point, Rob, where he wants to spread his wings and fly. Not in a negative way either, meaning it doesn't have to be, I hate Jason Tatum, I hate the Celtics. But I'm wondering if there's a point where, because I feel like Tracy McGrady was saying without saying, like one of those we've talked, and I don't want to tell all the little personal things he's told me. But I can see a frustration in a broader sense to Jaylen Brown, more the NBA as a whole. He has, when we had the Olympics coming off of him winning the finals MVP and all that, and he's known in the league, he doesn't get chosen to the Olympics, right? I think that puts a little burn in you. He also, you are a finals MVP, but you're always number 2. Everybody thinks Jason Tatum and then you. Right or wrong, that would add a little fuel to you as well. And then you look at little small things that happened. They had the All-Star weekend out here in Los Angeles this past February. His party gets shut down. It was a philanthropic party. It was party with a cause, and yet his gets shut down in Beverly Hills.
What does that have to do with the Celtics and his teammate? Come on,
I'll
man.
tell you.
You just add an extra sauce.
If you let me finish. My point is, I think he's in a place as a respected person. What did he come out of this past series talking about? The refs and why they doing me like that. I think he's gotten to a place as a whole, as the guy in the NBA, that he feels like he's being maybe underrated, being a little underrepresented on his own team. Maybe he wants a little bit more pull. He mentioned, of course, look what he did. They were competing for the number 1 seed in the East when everybody thought they would either be out the playoffs or a lower seed. And I think there's a point where he wants to feel I want the responsibility of having my own team. And remember James Harden with the Thunder, everybody's like, why would you stay? Why don't you stay? Because I told people then, he wants his own team. He wants to be the man, right or wrong, fail, succeed. I want to try that. Kobe and Shaq won a bunch of rings, and it was a point where it was just like, I just want to try my own. Kobe always said, I just had to prove that I can win without Shaq. And I wondered if Jaylen is getting to a place where he is saying, man, I want more responsibility. I want more of a power structure within an organization. And not that I don't like Jason Tatum, not that I hate this team, but I'm wondering if he's getting to a place where he wants to spread his wings and have his own thing. You know, you're Ant Edwards with the Timberwolves. We know it's his team. You're Cade with Detroit. We know it's your team. You're Denver with Joker. We know it's your team. And I'm wondering if he's getting to a place where all of these frustrations feeling like I don't have that right now, and I want that.
It makes no sense to me. I'm serious. Like, everybody's trying to find a partner, right? Cade needs a partner. You have a partner. You've won a championship. You've been to 2. Mm-hmm. This is what everybody tries to find. And then if you're saying, how is he being disrespected? Tatum had better numbers than him in every single category. And guess who won the finals MVP? Jaylen Brown. Mm-hmm. So nobody disrespected him. The writers actually look past the numbers. Go look. Rob G, am I wrong? He led in every single offensive category. And they still picked him as MVP. So I don't know. The Olympics is another thing. Jason Tatum didn't play in the Olympics. He got disrespected for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just like, oh, wow, Jason Tatum was a starter and I didn't even make the team. No, Jason Tatum felt like he got disrespected and how they treated him in the Olympics.
Which he did.
I just don't. Dude, if they want to leave or whatever and try to find some other situation, you're leaving a team where you were the finals MVP when you won a championship saying, I want more respect. That's the ultimate respect. If I'm Jason Tatum, maybe I'm like, wow, like Jaylen did this and held the team together when I was gone, like they didn't need me. Maybe he's the guy. Jaylen Brown, to me, has cemented himself, and I thought this year, when the way people looked at him, showed that he is that player. The party thing and all that. He was in Beverly Hills, and you know how Karens are all over the place, and if they want to call the police and start something, they don't know who's there. You know what I mean? They didn't even know that was his party.
I hear you, but I'm talking about what he believes. He believes this, and that's the whole point of this.
But I just think
he has mentioned, he thought, you and I disagree with him, but he thought the NBA and the refs are doing him. They have an agenda against me. That's what he thinks.
But
he talked about the Beverly Hills party and saying that
he
thinks it's because he speaks out about things. He's very vocal about, social commentary. He thinks that.
Okay, and the writers could have easily said, oh, yeah, if they got this NBA, don't give it to Jaylen Brown because he speaks out on stuff. What is the conspiracy?
Whose team is the Celtics? Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you the respect that he gets.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm telling you the respect he gets.
Whose team is the Celtics?
I'm telling you respect he gets.
Whose team is it? When people think of the Boston Celtics, whose team is it?
They could think of Jason Tatum all they want.
Okay, but
I'm telling you, like, the guy who won the Finals MVP without the best numbers speaks volumes to me.
Okay, so Andre
That's all I'm
Iguodala,
saying.
that happens all the time. It does happen all the time.
It does not.
Andre Iguodala by far had no way near the best numbers. He got Finals MVP.
That was because Steph was terrible and his numbers were terrible. That's all.
That does happen. My point is,
I just don't agree. I think if you could find a spot where you could have somebody where you're in the mix, where you got a chance every single year. Go ask Giannis and ask all these people, all these guys who are singular. Luka when he was in Dallas and all these other places, all these players, and ask them. They're trying to find who's going to be my partner in crime. You have it. You've had success. You've been to the finals twice. You've been in the mix every year.
And that's why I think it's interesting this season where he didn't have his guy and they were competing for almost with the 1 seed. I think that does wonders to you going, makes you start to think a little bit. And again, within organizations, we've seen this happen where guys want to flex their wings and spread their wings and flex their muscles and have more say and have a little bit of control.
Who won a championship and wanted to leave? Who?
I just told you, breaking up Shaq and Kobe's because they
had a personal. That was a personal beef too. You know that.
I just told you, James Harden is in the finals, and then he wants to leave.
Win, but he didn't win anything. In the finals,
he
didn't win anything.
He was right there in the finals.
No, he knew that wasn't.
I believe there could be a potential where you're saying, man, I want to have more say. I want to do more things. I want to be an and you want to spread your wings. I absolutely can see that.
You've been saying
happening.
The same thing. Oh,
what
Giannis,
have I been saying?
Giannis, go ahead, leave Milwaukee. Trying to get Giannis to leave Milwaukee for years. I've been telling you.
The funniest
that's
part
not
is
the makeup
you
of
say
him.
I'm telling it. Giannis himself keeps going on and off and saying.
Why? He would be gone
what
now.
He said.
He would be gone now if he wanted to be out. No, he doesn't want to be.
Giannis literally is the one. I don't want to. Well, I'm not saying I don't want to leave, but I don't want to stay. But I don't want to leave.
If he wanted to be gone, he would be gone. He would be gone.
No, not until they get the right deal.
I don't believe it. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Does it sound like Jaylen Brown is plotting his exit from Boston? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
America.
Take the next step towards your future with an affordable online degree or certificate in Maryland.
Hey, let's start with the NBA playoffs. You're in New York. The Knicks did their thing. They flexed their muscles, Rob G. It was a pretty ugly game if you're the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, I mean, it was a record-setting performance there by the New York Knickerbockers. They've won their last 4 games, Rob. I don't know if you saw this. By a combined 125 points.
Can you say fluke? I'm sorry.
Fluke? I don't know. Maybe by 25 it's a fluke. 125 sounds like a trend to me. And that's not it. I mean, they blew the doors off of the Philadelphia 76ers. They won by 39 points. They have just been running roughshod the last 3 games there against Atlanta. Game 1 here against Philadelphia. It's all coming up orange and blue right now in the NBA.
But Keith, I know you want to trash the Sixers, so I'm going to let you take the floor because we got something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, Philly did all that talking, right? They came back. They knocked off big, bad Boston, but they weren't big and bad. Again, another series ends for Boston, and Tatum is not on the floor. But the Sixers fans, they acted like they wanted this smoke with the Knicks going back to 2024. And the way that they came out in Game 1 was a complete no-show, and the amount of excuses afterwards, I'm like, come on, Philly, y'all supposed to be tough. Come on, Philly, I thought y'all were riding high. The Phillies fire their manager, they start winning games. The Flyers win in overtime, they start winning games. They get Mekhi Lemon in the draft. Philly was pumping their chests out. And then all of a sudden, they got humbled in the Garden, and it looked like the JV versus the 8th grade team. This can't go on. I heard that the Knicks won't shoot like this again. I heard that it was, they didn't get enough rest. You know, it was a big Game 7 series coming off a one-day rest and travel. I don't want the excuses. You got Embiid back. You obviously had Maxey and Paul George and Tsunami Papi and VJ Edgecombe and everybody else that you got on that team. I want to see the Sixers make this a series. And right now I'm thinking they're about to get swept or the gentleman's sweep.
There you go. Always being a prisoner of the moment. That's what you young guys do. Whatever happened yesterday, that's what it's going to be. Because they weren't supposed to beat the Celtics either, right? And they looked bad against the Celtics. And guess what? They came back and won a Game 7 in Boston. And you think one game in New York against these Knicks, who last year when they beat the Celtics, everybody penciled them in to the NBA final. All they got to do is beat Indiana. They were up by 20 with 4 minutes to go. No, they were up by 14 with 2.5 minutes to go against Indiana in Game 1. And guess what? They lost that series. They have a new coach because they couldn't get it done last year. It's the same crew that choked it down against the Pacers, and now you're ready to usher them in. It was just a week ago, Keith, that people were saying.
They got a new coach.
No,
what can Brown do for you? Right now, Mike Brown is looking good. Right now, that offense, that defense.
When they were struggling against the Hawks, they hate each other.
Yeah, but they're not going to lose back-to-back one-point games again. Like those games, they could have swept the Hawks.
They don't really like each other. You got to trade Cat at the end of the season.
You know how it is in New York. There's a lot of overreaction. Look at the team. Everybody from Brunson to Cat to Mitch to OG to Mikal to Josh Hart, they were all clicking. And they've done this now 3 games in a row.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a series. It doesn't. One game. This is a new series. It's one game.
It's setting a tone, Rob. Listen, when they go down to Philadelphia, they run that building.
No,
they
all
take
they got to do is win one game in New York, and you get what you wanted. And my point is, don't count out the Sixers. Don't do it. Don't do it, Keith. It's going to be a series.
I want a 7-game series.
You already know what the Knicks are, and the Sixers showed me something. Coming back in that Boston series down 3-1, winning Game 7 in Boston. Do not poo-poo Philadelphia. Do not poo-poo a team and where Paul George is a third option. It's actually great. They're not relying on him, and guess what? He's played great. Embiid
is Embiid going to make it to 6-7 games?
Yeah,
how many games Embiid going to play?
This is typical of, they lost, the series is over. It's a 7-game series for a reason. It ain't a 1-game series. If that was the case, the Knicks would have won 40 championships by now. I'm never going to bet on the Knicks. You know when I'll believe in the Knicks? When they're in the championship and there's 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter and they're actually in the NBA championship. That's when I'll believe that the Knicks are in the championship. Not any minute before that. I don't care how many games they win.
Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Rick Kamla on the way. Host of Beyond the Surface for X-Rated Sports. We'll chop it up with him in a minute. Plus, one's got to go. Kind of, sort of, in honor of the end of Spirit Airlines, but also Delta doing some stuff. We'll give you the details on that coming up in a little bit. All right, by the way, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options, mobile tire installation as well. Go check that out, TireRack.com. Of course, the way tire buying should be. 877-99 on Fox. Jaylen Brown, T-Mac, who is a mentor, talking about he seems to be having some issues with the front office. He seems to be, obviously, he's mad at the refs. That we know. He talked about that on his live stream. A lot going on with JB. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls. We got
Mike in Augusta. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Rob? How's it going, fellas?
What's up? How are you?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Except the Braves lost today, but it's okay. It's only the first series loss of the year, but everything's good with that.
I know they had like the best record in baseball. Was it one game or half a game ahead of the Yankees? So the Yankees are getting knocked around. So the Braves, Yankees lose. It's 6-0 today.
A few games ahead of the Yankees and the Dodgers, actually.
Hey, didn't anybody ask you that?
Yeah, Rob, you asked the question. You said who wins the championship and wants to leave, and the answer to that question is Kyrie Irving. And I think he was a teammate with Jaylen Brown at some point and early in his career.
Yeah, with the Celtics.
Does that have to do with basketball?
I think he wanted to be the man.
That didn't have to do with basketball. That was some other issue.
You talking about Kyrie leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyrie.
He wanted his own team.
Okay.
And he's talked about he's regretted it. He's mentioned it.
He regretted it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All I'm saying is it doesn't make sense to me. When you've gotten the respect, like to me, winning an MVP on a championship team, I don't care what other people are saying or the narrative or whatever. That's pretty damn impressive, Mike. I just did,
and it doesn't make sense, but it's not out of the scope of a possibility.
I'm not. Of course, it is not out of the scope of possibility. I just think it's dumb. Everybody else is trying to find somebody to team up with. It doesn't make sense to leave somebody that you've had a winning success. If they make a couple threes, I know they got to mix in a three every once in a while, but it's crazy.
Do you think there's an element though, Rob? I get what you're saying. Like, and you and I both talked about it, like a couple weeks ago. Rob G had the question. We both agreed. No, you keep riding these two young guys. They're 28, 29 years old. I'm with you on that. But do you not see sometimes guys like maybe they want more say in who we bringing in? What's the goal? What are we trying? That happens a lot.
But that's my issue. Like. Just play, like, because guys who want to be GMs and all that, when things go wrong, LeBron wanted Westbrook, and then he don't know what happened, right? You got here's your Instagram of them doing a powwow at your backyard and all this. Let's celebrate and Westbrook and all that, and then when it doesn't pan out, ain't nobody there. Then LeBron.
I saw the team. I didn't even know you was gonna be here. But that's the same.
That's all I'm saying.
And to your play moment, that's the same thing with Giannis. I want to do this. They get you Dame. Now I'm not happy with Dame.
But if he didn't want to be there, he wanted Dame, and they got him.
But I'm saying he started to become more vocal. I want this and do this. Go get Adrian Griffin out of here. Go get Doc Rivers. So I'm saying, with your point,
I never heard him say that. I think it was a mistake. What?
I know it was a mistake. I'm saying you don't think they let Adrian Griffin go?
No, but I'm just saying I never heard him say bring Doc Rivers in. I can't believe that Giannis is the one who said bring Doc Rivers in.
You don't make moves with a 29-year-old
I don't remember
star coming off championship player.
He's the only coach who had a championship in his back pocket, but I don't know how ecstatic he was for Doc Rivers, considering his history and what he had done in the last 8 years.
He was excited about Doc.
I don't believe
he said it in the press conference.
Of course he did. That was just for show. Adam in D.C.
So if he didn't say it,
I don't believe it is what I'm telling you. Adam in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam?
My guys, my favorite radio show. Hey, listen, that's why I love you, Rob, because you be a little bitter sometimes, but you got them facts, OG. Because why is Jaylen complaining when you won the Finals MVP, brother? Like, there's nothing to complain about. And really, it just points to, like, a way a lot of these players are in this generation, man. It's like You can give them the world, but they still complain.
Right.
I'm really questioning for both of y'all.
You got a good
Why do y'all keep
teammate.
saying the Finals MVP like he didn't earn it? Y'all keep acting like it was a gift.
No,
a gift.
but
he didn't have the numbers.
He didn't have the numbers, and that's what was impressive that he won it, is that they looked past just the raw numbers and said,
real quick,
yep, go ahead.
Maybe it's Boston. I mean, I'm not
No,
trying
that's
to
real.
disparage the whole
That's
city,
real.
but like
That's real.
it's cold, and we know his style, right?
That's different.
And we know Boston. It might not be.
Hey, that's a great point, Adam.
Adam,
that's a great point.
Appreciate it.
Listen, Bill Russell.
Do we have to see that? What is that?
We
got hit with a ball?
I was just going to ask. I can't even see who that. I don't even know where he is right now.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Why are you so squirmish with blood and?
Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
How can you hold on 1 second, Kawhi? How can you be Mr. Boxing? I was at all the big fights, and when they literally have a phrase, it's called a boxing cut because your eyes get split open. How you like all that? But every time I sit next to you, one little thing, I'm like, can we turn? Rob G, Alex, can you turn?
Can you turn that off?
Turn that off. Ew. It'll be a movie. Some movie will come on.
It's The Mummy. It's Brendan Fraser.
It's The Mummy Returns.
You're so old.
I don't want to see that, the bugs go into their skin and all that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see.
You literally get squirmy.
Bree,
what is
you know that, right? I don't want to see that.
No, I understand bugs. Oh, thank you. I understand bugs, but like blood and stuff, that's just life.
I don't want to see it.
That's just life.
No, he gets squirmy.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, I've seen you. You're kind of like, oh, I can't see it. Somebody got hit. You know, like it's just life.
You don't get it. I brush my teeth too hard and it bleeds. I pass out.
Yeah, that's actually funny.
Is there something that doesn't make you squirmy? Come on, Rob.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Rob, say that on air.
Bree, can you give us the update? No.
Oh, yeah.
No,
okay.
just yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Because you're going to get him fired.
Oh, wait. Anyways, game 2 between the 76ers and Knicks right now in New York. Philadelphia has a 62-61 lead. New York has 38 points in the paint. The Knicks, the largest lead was like 3 points. Philadelphia 76ers are almost shooting 50% from three-point range. Tyrese Maxey has 19 points. Paul George 13. On New York side, Jalen Brunson has 16 points. Anthony Edwards has been cleared to play and will play a little bit more minutes than he did in game 1. Not sure if he's going to start yet. 9:30 Eastern time. Tip-off between the Timberwolves and the Spurs in San Antonio. In the NHL playoffs, the Sabres are beating up Canadians 4-1. 7 minutes left to go in the second period. In Major League Baseball, Tigers left-hander Framber Valdez received a 5-game suspension. Originally with 6 games, but it got kicked down 1 game for intentionally throwing at Red Sox shortstop Trevor Story during Tuesday's games. Right now, the Tigers are getting shut out by the Red Sox 4-0, top of the 7th. Orioles on top of the Marlins 5-3, top of the 7th, and the Athletics are edging the Phillies 3-2, bottom of the 7th. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bree.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Bree.
I didn't say that.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm so jealous. I wish I was
you're
over
not.
there.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes,
No, you're not.
Bree, take it from me. No, you're not.
No, you're not. It's great that you're there
Thank
where you
God
are.
Okay,
you are. And
sure.
unfortunately, I had to be here. But fortunately, Rick Kamler is with us, host of Beyond the Surface for X-Rated Sports. Rick Kamler Sports on X. Give him a follow. Rick, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me back on.
No doubt, man. We're just talking hoops all day. Of course, there's a lot going on. What do you make of? We were just talking about Jaylen Brown. Obviously, you think he'd go to Cancun like he's supposed to do, but he's been around. He was mad at the refs. Tracy McGrady, a mentor of his, talked about was hinting at maybe there's some things in organization. Where are you at with the Celtics right now? Kind of the two J's. Are you saying keep rolling the dice with them? They've won before. Are you one of those, I might explore something, maybe a trade? Where are you with the Jaylen and Jason?
Great question. If I'm Boston, I don't want to trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis because Giannis is an aging, more and more injury-prone player who's not going to age well because of the lack of skill. However, Jaylen may force my hand here. Jaylen saying, and by the way, I want to say before I go into any of this, I love Jaylen Brown. I love the human. I love the ball player. I love the competitiveness. He's always in phenomenal shape. He's a show-up-and-play guy. He's clutch. Tremendous player. I love Jaylen Brown.
What about the hair dye on uniforms?
I wasn't crazy about that Twitch deal or switch deal or whatever the hell you call it, where he's saying that this was his favorite year. Guys, there's a huge message embedded in there.
Yeah.
He won a chip. He won not one but 2 trophies, East Finals and Finals. 2 trophies. He was the dude. The media said he was the dude. And I get it. This year you were the man. You went Pippen when Jordan was out that year. I get it. You entered the MVP race and all that kind of stuff. But to hear him say this was his favorite year, when you just get lost in the beat in the first round, blowing a 3-1 lead, that tells me Jaylen Brown wants his own team. Okay, so I don't know about discontent with the organization, but that tells me Jaylen is ready to be a number 1. So if I'm Boston, that may force my hand. And by the way, if I'm Boston, I want more than Giannis for Jaylen Brown. Okay, I ain't sweetening that deal. I need you to give me Giannis and then I'll trade you Jaylen Brown. But it looks like that might be where we're headed.
I just wouldn't move on. I wouldn't trade him. I'm sorry. I would just be like, you got 2. I would convince him. You don't want to do this. This is what all these other players going around trying to find a partner. You can't win by yourself. Is that really where you want to be? Unless they really just can't coexist with each other. There's always going to be somebody who gets a top billing, right? It was Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. It was Diana Ross and the Supremes. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't start out that way, but that's just how it is. And it happens that way, but it doesn't mean that you're not a big part of what they're doing. I want to go to the Knicks and the 76ers. I'm not surprised that the 76ers didn't roll over tonight and just be like, oh, Embiid's out, we can't win. They've played hard. I didn't see the score. Are they tied at the half or up by 2 or something?
I have to check it, but I think it was like a 3-point game or some 2-point. Yeah,
they're up by 1. But considering how they got demolished, Rick, wouldn't you feel good if you're Philadelphia, you're at Madison Square Garden with your star player and you're up by 1 at the half?
Yes, but no, because Joel Embiid is out again. So you're not doing anything with the up and down 50-50 Joel Embiid. So if I'm a Philly fan, even coming out of the 800-point loss in game 1, I'm still like, yo, we got Embiid. We can still do this, okay? We had a debate on my show a couple of days ago, our show, I should say. Is Philly the most talented team in the East? Not the best team, the most talented, okay? I believe they are. And I should say, of the teams that are left, right, of the 4 teams left, I feel like they are the most talented team when healthy remaining. Does that mean they'll win? No. You know why I said that? I said, and why I picked the Knicks to win this series, because I just don't trust Joel Embiid and Paul George, okay? It's always something with these guys. They literally, Joel Embiid's 50-50 playing or not playing for his entire career. Paul George, ever since he went to the Clippers, has been 50-50 whether he plays or not. Look at the game log. So, and you guys know this, of course. So, no, New York is going to come out with a balled-up fist. They're going to have a huge third quarter. They're probably going to end up winning this game by about 13. But it has been an impressive first half from Philly. I just don't think it's sustainable without the big fella. And, guys, can Karl Anthony Towns please stop getting these dumbass fouls?
No, that's what he does. I think in the last 3 years he has more fouls than anybody, or fouled out the most than anybody. Like it's so confusing, and I would say frustrating if I was a Knicks fan watching his fouls. They're terrible timed. If he misses a shot he thought he was fouled on, then he has to foul the defender. It just does. It hurts the team so much. So I'm with you on that. Let me ask you, stay in the East a little bit. Game 1, Eastern semis, you had, of course, the Pistons hosting the Cavs. What did you make of that game? The Pistons have they found a stride at all now, having won 4 straight?
They certainly have. Orlando forced them to kind of regalvanize. But I mean, let's be honest. If Franz Wagner doesn't blow a tire, Orlando is in this round. Okay,
there's no doubt in my mind either. And they had a historic loss there that they'll never live down. You missed 1 for 20 in the fourth quarter and 24 straight shots, which is crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But here they are, right? You survived all of that. The bottom line is, guys, and I would love to hear your take on this. We're going to debate this on our show tomorrow. Are we sure that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden fit? Okay, the regular season, it fit, it worked, you won, you beat, Washington and Brooklyn and Sacramento, and okay, you had a good record and all this kind of stuff. But now that we're in the playoffs, they're setting records for most turnovers as a team. James Harden had 7 in game 1. He's been a turnover machine the entire playoffs. Donovan Mitchell, who's been a walking 30 in every playoff game he's ever played, is now hovering around 20. I don't think these cats fit, man. And I picked Detroit to win the series anyway, but I think this is going to become a narrative that grows. What do you guys say about that?
I've never been in a Cavs. He knows this. I've never liked the Cavs. I just don't think they're strong enough.
He's a Pistons homer, so it doesn't matter.
Because I've been screaming.
Rick, I'm just saying
I've been screaming this all year.
They could be playing the Globetrotters, and he picked.
In fact, we have all the tapes of when they got James Harden. I said Donovan Mitchell is not known for having playoff scoring.
Just keep it real. You're a Pistons fan. Are you a Pistons fan? Yes or no?
That's literally
I'm
nothing to do with this.
asking you a question.
But first of all, I wear a Pistons hoodie here.
I'm asking you a question.
That has nothing to do.
I'm asking you a real question.
Very much so.
Rick, I'm asking, are you a Pistons fan? Okay, go ahead.
Have I told you about the Cavs way before this?
I'm just saying.
So back to your question, Rick.
So, Rick, I just want you to have some context to his answer.
So like I was saying, Rick, so when they got James Harden, I said it then. I said James Harden is known for not producing in the playoffs. Am I right or wrong, Rick?
The most lock bet of all time is betting against James Harden in a big playoff game. Not game 1, 2, 3, or 4, but 5, 6, and 7. If you bet against him in those games, you will win money. It's documented.
So now you pair him with Donovan Mitchell, who, as you mentioned, has not gotten out of the first round, and you pair him with some other bigs who can disappear in Mobley and Allen. And that was my point of why I just never have liked the Cavs. The last few years, they get out in the second, they get out in the same spot, and they underachieve. Their coach knows that. If you heard him the other day, he was saying, I know everybody's going to say.
What coach? Bickerstaff? When Bickerstaff was there?
No, Bickerstaff's on the Pistons.
No, but when he was there.
No, Bickerstaff's coach of the year.
No, but when he was there. I'm saying when he was in Cleveland.
Right, but we're talking about Atkins.
But I'm asking, no, but I'm asking you. So Bickerstaff was a part of it when he was there.
Right, but I was talking about Kenny Atkins.
Okay.
So he just said that he said he knows where his team is. We know they got to put up or shut up. They're in a situation where people are going to go, all right, we've seen this before from you. Are you going to be able to produce? So I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of them.
Rick, last thing, I just want to ask you, the big question is, not can the Lakers cover the big spreads that they have every night, but can they win a game in this series?
Does it sound right to you when a guy like Luka Doncic with his teammates bleeding out on the battlefield at a press conference is expressing no urgency at all about coming back? And he goes to Spain, and the second he went to Spain, I go, this guy's done. Go to Spain? Why? Why the hell would you do that? I don't. Well, if the doctor tells you you're going to miss 8 weeks with a grade 2 hamstring strain, it's not grade 3, it's grade 2. Okay? Do you think Ant-Man would accept that answer, or do you think he would accelerate that? Do you think Jalen Brunson would accept that answer, or do you think he would accelerate that? Okay, these guys would have they would have started the playoffs on time, and you know what they would have done? They'd be playing at 60%, 70%. They'd be in pain. They'd have to go through treatment. Their life would be a buzzkill. But you know what? They're playing. Okay, I think Luka's putting his happiness, his comfort, his precious offseason over the Lakers' pursuit here. Guys, they were in the game. Okay, I know OKC won by 18 or whatever. SGA had his worst game of the year. He looked off. He was awful. Turning the ball over, missing shots, under 20. That is literally his worst game of the year. That was the game you could go in there and beat them and change the math of the series. But, of course, Luka, oh, man, the doctor said 8 weeks, so it's got to be 8 weeks. No, the hell it doesn't.
Well, I hear you, and I just wonder if for him and maybe even the Lakers, they say we probably can't beat them anyway, and we'd rather have Luka for the long haul. But I'm with you that we've seen guys, KD come back and get hurt when he's with the Warriors, and Clay, and guys have come back to just have a chance to win it before. Rick, we got up against it, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it as always.
Yes, looking forward to being on your show, Rick. Thank you.
Yeah, can't wait on Monday, Rob. Peace out, guys.
No doubt. All right, one's got to go. We got that coming up. It is The Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob and Kelvin, The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
All right, Rob G., let's start here. The Dodgers are playing. Ohtani's pitching against the Astros. It's 2-0 Houston in the fourth, and the Dodgers so far not getting much done offensively. Now, Ohtani this year is not hitting when he's pitching, but when he's just hitting as well, he's struggling this year. Rob G, give us the details.
Yeah, well, first off, in tonight's game, they're down 2-0, you mentioned. He's gone 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 2 home runs given up, both solo shots. So that's what the
Which is a lot more runs than he's been giving up.
Exactly,
right?
because
he hasn't been giving up anything.
As you mentioned, Rob, he just was named the NL Pitcher of the Month for the March-April span there in Major League Baseball. He's been really good, looking every bit like the Cy Young candidate that they said he would coming into this season. The only problem is that while his pitching is better than ever, his hitting is, on the flip side, worse than it's been in his career. He is 0 for his last 17, hasn't recorded a hit in a week. His longest hitless streak in 4 years. He's only got 1 homer since April 12th. And his OPS is the first time it's been below 850 this deep into a season in 3 years. So Dave Roberts has said he's made the decision starting tonight and I guess moving forward. On the days that Ohtani pitches, he will not NOT be a DH anymore. He will only be pitching on those days, and then he'll DH on the off days.
Keith, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get the pitching thing. I understand he's a unicorn. Nobody's done it since Babe Ruth in the 1920s, all that. But even Babe Ruth came around, and they decided that, you know what? That bat, that stick is too big. Pause, okay. Not to have that guy.
Hey, yo!
not to have that guy hitting every day. Dude, 2 years ago, right? When he was injured, when he wasn't pitching, and he had the 50-50. Was that last year? What am I thinking?
2 years ago, 2024.
2 years ago. That's what I thought. When he had the 50-50, right? 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, all that. Unbelievable year and whatnot. And now the more we get to see him when he hits and pitches, he's not the same guy. I don't care what anybody says. If I have to give up one, I'm giving up the pitching. As much as pitching is big in order to win the World Series, Keith, we both know baseball. We understand the importance of pitching. But I can't lose a bat where this guy now is not going to hit on daisy pitches. Take him out of the lineup. He's pitching really well, but scuffling offensively. Rob G just mentioned OPS down big time and worst in 3 years. He's on an 0 for 17 clip, not hitting home runs. This ain't no blip. I got too much data that tells me when he's playing every day and he's an offensive guy, that he is one of the best players. Now when you water him down with the pitching, he ain't the same guy. If I have to pick one, I want a guy who plays every day, who's going to play 158 games, who's going to have a chance to hit 50 home runs, who's going to be that guy at the top of my lineup and a threat every time he comes to the plate, over a guy who's going to play once every fifth day or not going to hit, or his pitching is going to derail his hitting. I'm not with it anymore. It was cute. It's now fugly. How's that?
Well said. I'm not going to disagree. I think the loneliness is hitting him. He's been without Ippei for some time now. It's getting lonely over there. But I'm an Ohtani hater, so I'll just lay out. Listen, he's a left-handed bat. He's a leadoff hitter. You're going to want that bat in the game 4 times a game. That's more important. These are the deferred Dodgers, right? All the money that they have, they can always go and buy pitching. I'm sure they'll try to put a bid on.
They have enough now. If they want to be honest, go look at the pitching.
They don't need it. They don't need. They won a World Series without him pitching. They honestly won that World Series with him hurt. So, like, the allure and the effect of the Ohtani unicorn, like, they've already made their money. They've made his contract back. They've already won back-to-back championships. They might win 3. Who knows? I would try to keep him healthy for the duration of the contract. He's 31. He's only getting older. And I would just say, hey, listen, we have this universal DH, and we've had it for years. You're just going to be a DH. Maybe they start to scale it back, and we have seen them scale it back. Maybe you scale it back and make them come out of the bullpen. But I just think, the throwing, and I know he fashioned himself as a pitcher, I think, coming into the league, but I just don't think it's worth it. I think you want that bat, leadoff bat, left-handed bat, power bat in your lineup.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Rick Kamler, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Rob G, we'll get that up on the pod. Get that up there as soon as the show ends. And if you're missing any of today's show, be sure to check out the podcast. All you got to do is search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Please follow it, rate it 5 stars, give it a review, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciated. So, again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll get a best of version, the full version as well. All right, let's get to it. One's got to go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out.
One gotta go.
One's got to go. We make the tough decisions on this show, and I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure Rob does because he flies once a week, it seems like.
It does.
So Spirit Airlines is gone forever. Rest in peace. Buried in that headline, because that's been the big headline, Delta Airlines announced this week that they will no longer provide free food and beverage for flights under 350 miles.
Everybody's getting on.
You used to get the free drink, the Coca-Cola, the Coke Zero.
The biscuits, the little cookies, Biscoffs, whatever.
Water, coffee, gone. You ain't getting that either. So it got us thinking. One's got to go. The new things that used to be free, which now you got to pay for. So you're saying, of this list, I will never, N-O-T, I am not paying for this no matter how many times I fly. Air. Number 1.
Air. Oh, go ahead.
The checked luggage.
For air now.
Number 2, assigned seating. Number 3, the food and beverage. We mentioned that. Number 4, Wi-Fi. This is not easy, Rob. Okay. We got a good one. We got a good one, Dub.
I don't even know who he is right now.
I
don't even know where you're sitting at.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me.
I ain't asking you no more. You know the question.
Right.
In order for me to tell you about myself.
We can't give you the whole spiel.
I just can't give you a whole spiel.
Rob.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Boy, is that the answer? You want me to go?
No, I think Wi-Fi. I'm going to give up on the Wi-Fi.
You won't pay for that?
I won't pay for it. If I have to give up one of them, I like to say you're not going to pay for a bag. I don't want to pay for a bag, but at some point, I got no choice. If I'm traveling a big trip, got to eat something. Flying. Remember, we live in L.A. Most of my trips are East Coast. Mm-hmm. I can't go the whole flight without eating. 5 hours, that's a lot. And then I gotta have an exit row. I don't care. I can't sit that long.
This one is tough for me. I'm still battling between Wi-Fi, because you bring up an excellent point. I just don't feel like, come on, just give me the free movies and all that good stuff. Or food. To me, if I'm gonna pay for this old cheese box, I might as well bring on my real food. Dang it, I'm going food. Bump all that. I'm bringing on my own food. I'll go get if I gotta pay $11 for some cheese and Triscuits.
But sometimes you can't get it.
I mean, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
I don't buy.
I always go and buy my stuff before I even go to the airport.
Right.
But sometimes you get stuck and you have food.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going food. Bree?
Alex? Bree?
I would say I'm not paying for food. I'm already going to overpay in the airport for food and booze and everything else. And if anything, I'll just drink a ton and just pass out on the flight. So, yes, I'm not going to pay for food. And plus, the food on the planes are gross.
Nobody want their own random sandwich.
Food. Yeah, I don't know how old it is. I don't know where it came from. I don't want it.
Remember, he brought in an airport turkey. What'd you bring in?
Rob.
And then, my stomach
on
hurts.
Sale, too.
Ew,
it was reduced.
On the plane?
It was reduced.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were reduced. Oh, my stomach.
I will say this.
Alex,
I'm with you, Rob. I think it's funny that we have to pay to put a luggage underneath. If I don't pay, it's going to be empty anyways. You should give me free luggage to take on the plane.
Right.
It's stupid. But I'm with all of you for majority. Food. Food already is very peculiar and very particular on heat and etc. I don't know what goes on when it goes 34,000 feet above air and what that does to my food, and also if it's left over. I don't know, man.
Or if it's just whack options.
I'll just fast. I'll fast.
They used to have good food.
You used to be able to bring a knife on the planes.
Yep.
Cut your own meat.
Yeah. Well,
things
happened.
9/11.
Things happened.
Freedom Act.
Yeah.
Most of my flying these days is done by myself, surprisingly. So I will be willing to not ever pay for assigned seating.
I get that.
I don't mind sitting by myself.
Yeah.
I'm 5'2". I'm on the We Go. We're about to be 109 pounds. I can fit anywhere.
Well, you don't need the extra leg room.
Exactly. I'm good. I'm fine.
Some of us are strapping, 6'4".
Yeah.
Hard to close my legs.
What if someone snows next to you?
I mean,
What does that mean?
No, I got a bow leg. I got a bow leg.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Right now in the NBA playoffs, the Knicks have a 80-79 lead over the 76ers. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Tyrese Maxey has 21 points, while Paul George has 19. For New York, Karl-Anthony Towns has 19 points, Mikal Bridges 16, and Jaylen Brunson with 18 points. Anthony Edwards will play in Game 2 between the Timberwolves and Spurs. Minnesota is leading that series 1-0. Lakers forward Luka Doncic spoke with the media today and is frustrated with his injury, as he still doesn't know exactly when he'll be able to return to the court. In the NHL playoffs, the Sabres are beating the Canadiens 4-2, just beginning the third period there in Buffalo. At 9:30 Eastern time, the Golden Knights are taking on the Ducks in Vegas. Vegas has a 1-0 series lead. In Major League Baseball, the Rangers are beating the Yankees 6-1. It's the bottom of the sixth. Nationals on top of the Twins 10-2.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. You can do it right now and see the show and hear the show. How about that? Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. After that, guess what? You could tap the thumbs up icon and comment away. Again, watch us on our YouTube channel. Just watch us live right now and then search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right. Lot to get to, including last call. We talk about teams signing players all the time and whatnot. It's going interesting. Sometimes teams get it right. I think we'll talk about that. About, they back out of a contract, back out of a deal. Most of the time, they wind up regretting it, but we'll give an example of a time where a team probably was right on
when
it.
he was down. Right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right.
Good game, by the way, 82-81. Knicks up 1 against Philly. 4 minutes left in the third, good game.
I'm just, like I said, like the Knicks were, the odds. They shot the lights out of the ball. It's great. Sixers. There's a lot of reasons to just say we can't do it. You know what I mean? And no Embiid and all that, but that's not how it is.
What I like from it, too, is it frees up their best player in Tyrese. Well, I mean, it gets complicated because B misses so much that Tyrese Maxey becomes their best player for so many stretches of the season, but he gets to get freer and he balls out. So it's kind of good to see him, you know what I mean? Like, just do you. You don't have to overthink it. So, well, it should be a good one as we get closer to the fourth quarter. Where we at?
Rob G, there's a skirmish going on.
What's new?
All of these former athletes or athletes who want to be talking heads, the quote-unquote new media, and everything is personal. Everybody has their panties in a bunch.
Big bunch.
And we talk about it. This is why very few guys who are really good at it, former athletes, but most of them are awful. And most of them are going to be bad because they can't separate the person. You know what I mean? Like, they can't separate themselves from the idea that they used to be competitors with people, and they can't be.
You know who does a great job
genuine.
of that before we get to who isn't real quick? And he's my favorite. Kevin Garnett. You feel me? Bree feels me. Rob G. He can have a beef with you when they were on the court. He's completely done. He'll say that person's amazing. He used to give me buckets, or da 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 da. Or he's not an old. It better our way or this way. He explains things so well. Now you're gonna get some curse words, and if you're thinking you're gonna air it on radio or TV, but KG is great at that. He's kind of the opposite of what you're talking about.
But it's
he's one of the few.
But it's too many the other way.
I agree.
Like even a guy like Shaq, who should be on a different level, where he can't even acknowledge Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That just makes my skin crawl. Rob G, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're calling this one, guys, the biggest conflict between the dark and the light skin since Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
My God.
Draymond Green and Austin Rivers, the beef we didn't know we needed.
Who knew?
Let me take you in the hot tub time machine just about a week ago. This is how it all started. Draymond Green said on his own podcast, unsolicited, that he believes his career trajectory might have been hindered by Steve Kerr. That Steve Kerr never drew up any plays for him, that Steve Kerr made him a jack-of-all-trades kind of option. He never became the offensive force maybe he could have if he was showcased in a different way, the way he was in Michigan State. So a few days later, Austin Rivers, who's now a member of the media.
He was showcased at
Michigan.
He
played well. That showcase is a bit,
Okay.
Was asked about those comments on the Dan Patrick Show right here on Fox Sports Radio. And he said, quote, "It's ridiculous. Draymond is such a high IQ. That's a big part of his game. Is how smart of a player he is. So it bewilders me he even thinks that." And he wasn't the only one. A lot of people took issue with what Draymond said. But Draymond felt a kind of way about Austin Rivers being the one to call him out. And so he had on his own podcast again, goes off and saying, I was actually a comparable high school player to you because that's the only success you ever had. And
comparable? Did he see the...
He wasn't, by the way.
He made it very personal, and he says, this is the best part. Talking about Austin Rivers. Quote, "This guy received the biggest bailout in U.S. history prior to President Trump bailing out the airlines when they needed it. Austin Rivers received the biggest bailout in NBA history. World history, U.S. history. Received the biggest bailout ever when his dad gave him $42 million. Of course, talking about Doc Rivers with the Clippers. Well, Austin Rivers decided to go full ether on Instagram last night with his response to Draymond Green. Let's hear part of it on Instagram, Austin Rivers.
Draymond, you were the luckiest basketball player I think I've ever seen, especially in modern day history. Let's talk about that. You were drafted to a franchise with the Hall of Fame front office, Bob Myers, Hall of Fame coach, Steve Kerr, the greatest shooter of all time, and perhaps a top 5 player of all time, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest shooters, top 5 shooter of all time, another Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson. The Swiss Army knife himself, the guy who could do a little bit of everything on the floor, Andre Iguodala, another Hall of Famer. I know, keep up, it's a lot of talent. Not to mention one of the most lethal scorers of all time and arguably a top 10 player of all time, Kevin Durant, the same guy you chased off because of this, your mouth, you talk too much. And that's not even counting the plethora of talent around those guys. The Sean Livingstons, the Barbosas, the Andrew Wiggins, the Jordan Pooles, who you also chased off. Cut it out. Draymond, you're the backpack jump shooter. You're the guy that everyone leaves open. No one guards you. There are hours and hours and hours of film of just you being left wide open. In fact, anybody can just YouTube or Google or watch any Draymond game ever, and he's open all game. There are clips of you getting a rebound and just driving in a straight line and just getting a wide open layup because everyone's fanning out to guard the actual talent on the team. Talk about Steve Kerr hindered your career. Bro, Steve Kerr made your career. How dare you? Coming at me? Are you kidding me? I wish I could give my son $200 million if I was a coach. Yo, the NBA doesn't give coaching jobs to guys who may or may not sucker punch one of the players and staff. You need to fall back, Dre. Let's just be frenemies.
He did end it very Drake-like. That sounded like we need to be frenemies.
All I'm going to say is Austin Rivers is my new hero. Period, point blank.
Why so?
Because I think that he took Draymond apart, and rightfully so. The whole thing was ridiculous, and that was why Austin Rivers used the right ridiculous. Okay, plenty of players don't have plays drawn up for them, and whatnot. I even talked to you about the Ben Wallace when Larry Brown was there. They're not going to redo the playbook because Ben Wallace ain't. What did they do? The first basket of the game, they gave him the ball. Go ahead, Ben. Whatever. And they went back to doing what they do.
And rip off the curl.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for him to say they had comparable high school careers.
One was the player of the country.
Comparable. Like college careers, not comparable. Lottery pick, second round pick. Nothing is comparable about those two and their basketball talent. And I've said this before. He could have gone to 30 other teams. Forget 30, right? 30 other teams, 25 other would not be where he is and set up. Even when the Pistons offered him all that money, you remember to come back home and play. You think he was crazy? Right? He could have got paid. He knew that him going there wouldn't be anything. He's not that type of player. He's not going to alter and change a franchise. He's a player who has his own skill set and is valuable, but come on, man. He's in a perfect situation. And, of course, Tom Brady has the title of the luckiest of all time. But Draymond Green is in that class, too. Everything is fortunate for him, and it all works out, and that's why he is where he is.
All aboard! You got your ticket, Rob? Are you ready?
Yes.
For the apology tour? Because this is getting ready to happen. Draymond does this where he goes too far, takes stuff personally, takes shots at people, says too much, and then I didn't mean it like that. I probably took it, I get it as an ex-athlete. I probably went too far. Dude, get ready. Get your tickets for the apology tour because he's going to apologize for what he said about Steve Kerr. That's coming. Because Steve Kerr is in a very key, critical moment of his life, right? Trying to figure out what to do. Do I move on? Do I stay with my family now? Do I come back and coach again? Do I do TV? And then you're already out here like, oh, I like him and all, but this is what I could have been. I could have been this. That's coming. I think it's going to be an apology tour to Austin Rivers because I think he's going to realize Austin Rivers started off complimenting him. His singular point was, your IQ is what made you great. I'm actually shocked you feel like this. So he was complimenting him, saying, you have a great skill set. You were masterful at what you did. One of the best of all time at what you do. So why was that necessarily a negative thing? So why are you in your feelings about this? Are you an NBA player, Rob, or is he a media member? Because part of being an NBA player is media members, now that Austin Reeves is, they criticize your game 100%. Or they criticize your thing. So why are you sensitive? This is him talking about a player who's done or said some stuff. So Dre, make up your mind. Your media, your player, what are we doing here? Because Austin Rivers said something about you, the player.
That's his job.
That's his job.
Dan Patrick didn't have him on to just shred you. He wanted to get Austin Rivers is a commentator now. Yep. What did you make of that? That's what he does. He gives an opinion 100%. About it. If so Austin Rivers goes, well, I can't answer that, or I don't want to say anything about. Then guess what? Austin Rivers won't be on the Dan Patrick show.
Or anything. Exactly. And he didn't make it all personal, bringing up your dad and your this and your that.
That's personal. That's that
Draymond,
stuff.
Stop being so sensitive. The person who talks the most about everybody, who punches and chokes people,
right.
You got to quit being so sensitive. It doesn't make any sense to me. Also, you were in a great situation where because you were hyper-focused on an individual kind of a skill set, the thing that you do best, that made you a Hall of Famer. Like, that's a good thing. You landed in a position where you were able to focus on being the offense igniter. You got it going.
The ball went and they played through you.
Played through you to get the people the ball.
That's fine. That's a
and to be the best defender on that team for 12, 15 years. Those are complimentary pieces that get you in the Hall of Fame. You mentioned Ben Wallace. You mentioned a Dwight Howard. You mentioned a Dennis Rodman. Like, dude, there is a place for that. So the idea that it has to be a negative thing, I just don't get it. And lastly, if Draymond Green was a Washington Wizard, a Charlotte Hornet, a Detroit Pistons during the purgatory years, guess what would have happened? He would have averaged 18 points. I believe it. And guess what would have happened? He would have had a 3-year career. You know why? Punching people, choking people, cussing out coaches, running off teammates only works when you got 4 rings.
Yep.
It doesn't work when you are just a guy on a team that's winning 12, 18, 25 games. You would have been out of the league, choking people, punching people, getting on the text, costing a team with fines and penalties and all that. It would not have worked out. Take the blessing. You don't have to make it personal. Austin Reeves was not trying to disrespect, and I don't want to keep doing this tour with all these guys with the pods. I'm sorry, I went too far. I'm sorry I said that. My bad on that. I'm over it.
It's so bad. I'm with you. And Austin.
Like he told him, I'm just shocked he would say that considering he's a high IQ guy, he knows what his role was.
Right.
Now your dad and your this and like, why are you making it personal?
And a bailout or whatever. Yeah, he was a lottery pick. Did Doc Rivers make him a lottery pick? Do you know what I mean?
Right, he was a high school player of the year. He was a lottery pick. He only had to pay 1 year and was a lottery pick.
Yes.
And his career wasn't the greatest. It happens. But the idea that like you have to undress him because
we talked about Christian Laettner, who we think is one of the top college players of all time. He didn't have a great NBA career either.
Right.
It happens.
It happens. But the idea that you have to go at one of your guys and go at anybody that challenges you. He says the wildest stuff. What did he call that?
Ass. No, he didn't. He did. That was
No, that was what he said.
That was McCoy. Shady McCoy called him ass.
Oh, yeah. What Dre, we and I forgot when he called out people, talking about he got to apologize. My whole point is, dude, like.
Rob G, what did he call Dak? Because now it's on the tip of my tongue.
Bum? That's what I think he said it was a bum. And he was like, I shouldn't do that. He's playing. I get it.
And especially coming from an athlete who knows what it takes to play.
He wins at, he hasn't won in the playoffs like that, but he wins at a high level, 12-5, 3 years in a row. Like, I'm just shocked that for someone who acts like he's so enlightened and so, intellectual, that he always has to go back to the base, the floor of, just
the gutter.
Gutter.
It's always in the gutter, and that's what he does. He tries to claim like he's some new media.
You're new media. I'm so enlightened. I'm so intellectual. I'm above all
media.
this.
It's always run to the gutter and let me attack anybody who has a foul. I could have foul words against everybody. As soon as somebody says anything about me, I'm going to go there and attack them and tell you. It reminds me of somebody else who's around who does that. Like you just cannot ever say anything about them without them attacking you immediately. And that's where Draymond is. And go ahead, ESPN and Inside the NBA and all that stuff. You want to put that guy on and whatever. It's so bad. It's so bad that they allow someone who's so immature, so self-centered, so mean-spirited to be a voice of the league. You know what I mean? Have a voice like that. It's so bad.
I'm just shocked, too, with the Steve Kerr. Like, dude, even if you feel that way, you have the absolute right to feel that way.
Yeah, but when did he do it? Because Steve Kerr's on the ropes now.
He's on the ropes. He's trying to figure out his life. Like, we done been through battles together, and right now, I've stunted your growth and career. Like, that's a book conversation. Or that's a podcast later. That's just one-on-one. Have him on the show and have an honest conversation with him. But the idea that I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing and figure out life, and then you just add a little fuel, and it's just unnecessary.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369 is Austin Rivers right when he says Draymond Green is the luckiest player in NBA history. He's the LOAT of the NBA. Tom Brady's the LOAT of the NFL. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Stick and stay.
America.
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here. Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. He goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult? The ambition, because now everybody brings it up. You can't escape the comparison. To which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What's today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win. And we're both great. And whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that it's not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT. And I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was the best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switch conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat, couple, and I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things. Fox Sports Radio. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday, halfway through the week. Weekend coming up. We got last call on the way in a little bit at University of Maryland.
In New York. I mean, it's a tie with
oh, yeah, this is a good one.
Minutes.
Yeah, what is it, 94-94?
Was it? It's 94 up, right?
94 all. Great game starting the fourth
quarter. With like 7 minutes to go or something. That's a good game.
You got a good game right now in New York. Big one for the Sixers. You can tie this up going back home.
Without
maybe
Embiid,
get a healthy Embiid.
That'd be huge.
Yeah, so we'll keep you updated on that as the show goes on. By the way, University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees, certificates, including our MBA, now attend specializations, no application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, 877-99 on Fox. We got pod wars going on right now. Draymond talking smack to Rivers, talking smack back to Draymond, and is Austin Rivers right about the way he's saying Draymond is the luckiest guy in this modern era of basketball? We'll be gone.
Draymond. That's right.
You too.
All right. How about Cameron in Louisville? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, Rob, I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Well, my man.
Appreciate you.
Okay, first off, this is killing me, and I'm glad you brought this up. Draymond Green came into the league lucky to get drafted to the organization he did, to be a marginal offensive player, a good defensive player, but not a great player, and then emerge into a role with great other players to be complementary and to win 3 championships. And his ego's got so inflated.
Make it 4.
I won $100 million. Coming after the KD won the championship. This guy is ridiculous, man. Austin Rivers, man. His father come in the league. So what if he's somewhat of a nepotism baby? I mean, Chris Collinsworth, his children in the league, commentating and stuff just because his name. I mean, Austin Rivers, at least like you said, he was a lot of he put in his game. Draymond
he was
Green,
a top college player. I mean, like let's not act like his dad snuck him in the back door.
One and done at Duke,
yeah.
Exactly. Draymond, if we're being straight, he's not a good person. He's really not a good person as far as like just the characters wise.
No, we always talk about it, the problem, and thanks for the call. Appreciate that.
No doubt.
It's about him always going low, like always hitting below the belt, like never being able to take criticism when people are. And you're right. If you listen to the beginning of that, Austin Reeves was not trying to attack.
He wasn't trying to attack him. Even if let's say it was a little sting to it. Well, are you going to do that for the rest of your life, Draymond?
Yeah.
Every time somebody says one little sting.
Yes.
Like, dude,
yes.
it's tired. Like, dude, you have had a great career. You've also had mad blunders, punching people, choking people, strangling people, all that stuff.
Right.
People are going to criticize some things, and it's okay.
Chili Tim in Atlanta. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Yo, what up, Rob? What up, Kelvin?
What's up, man? How you been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Season target. I got to use those season tickets, so I'm at a lot more games now. But
okay, nice.
Yeah, but I can't believe I'm actually riding with a Dookie. But I am this time, right?
But in this case, I don't know how you couldn't, to be honest. I mean, come on.
I have to. And the thing about it is that can we please stop prefacing his high IQ? Because after a while, I don't get it. High IQ people quickly learn. They don't keep saying stupid things. So I'm not even sure about the high IQ anymore unless they're talking about basketball IQ. But
that's what he's referencing. That's what he's referencing.
But I have to question that, too, because he's done some things that, kind of hurt, his team and put this team in a position. They might have, may have 5 championships had he not made some of the dumb mistakes he makes. So basketball IQ has to encompass the whole thing. But I don't even think he's a Hall of Famer. I'm like you, Rob. Basketball Hall of Fame, anybody pretty much gets
But
in.
he's going to get in.
Well, he absolutely will
He's going to get in, right?
Yeah.
I'm not arguing the Hall of Fame talent, but he'll get in.
He is lucky. I think he's been the product of a system player, and that's okay because a lot of guys have.
Agreed.
And it doesn't make you whatever, but he's a snowflake. Snowflakes are like, Rob, like the person you were talking about, you were referencing to. I know you were talking about, can say anything about anybody else, but the first hint of something said about them, they just go lose their mind and go ballistic. I call people like that snowflakes.
Right,
and that's all
right.
he is.
You can't say anything, and then all of a sudden you're the worst person in the world. A dummy.
Good night, guys.
Right. Thanks, Tim.
No doubt. Appreciate it, Chili.
How about we'll take a couple more. Jack in North Carolina. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jack?
Hey, what's up, Rob? What's up, Kev? And it's South Carolina, Rob. Now get it right now.
All right, that's not what's on my screen.
No,
I
no,
apologize.
listen.
South Carolina.
Yeah, listen, I agree with the next two callers, man. I mean, they pretty much summed it up. One thing about, the players we grew up watching, you had to have tough skin. You had to get down. But, Draymond, he had a point. I feel like you're overachiever for one. And he do have to, like Austin said, man, you were blessed with a good situation. But like y'all said, if you'd have went anywhere else, you would have been up out of there, boy.
Yeah, that's my biggest point is that if he went to a bad team, punching people, choking people, stomping on people's chests, getting texts, eventually that would have worn out. It's the fact that you've been a part of this winning team with Steve Kerr that they keep you on.
And when winning covers up everything.
100%.
Covers up absolute
100%. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
One more. Let's squeeze one more in. We got Bree coming up. And then Peter in Honolulu. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Peter?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing well,
great.
thank
you. We went through this the other day. Draymond actually cost the Warriors a title when he got against the Cavaliers in Game 5. But I would say he's the luckiest ring-wise, and Ben Simmons is the luckiest monetarily.
Oh, my. Yes, that is.
Neither one of them got game. Neither one of them got game.
See, I don't agree with the Draymond doesn't have game. I think he mastered what he does well, and that's that's like saying Dennis Rodman ain't got game. No, Dennis Rodman is one of the all-time greats at what he did.
But what Austin said about this, like them leaving him open and stuff, that's all true.
And I agree with that, and that's why I don't understand why he was so hell-bent. I could have been an offensive – like, nobody – you were great at what you do. Like, that ain't that good enough?
Draymond couldn't hit the ocean.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No doubt.
He couldn't hit the ocean from the beach, though. Draymond couldn't hit the ocean.
And you would know that out there in Honolulu. He said he couldn't even throw it out there.
There you go.
Appreciate you, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, Dame's going down in the rain. And do you stick around like that when the rain starts coming down in the games?
Yeah, to me, like in a game like that, it's 6-1.
You're out?
I'll probably be on my way out.
Yeah, you be out.
You still sit in that, Rob?
Nah, I'll probably be on my way.
I was going to say, I bet you'd start saying this.
The raindrops are that hard, Alex? The raindrops are crazy. All right, if it is Bree, it is for we. She's getting you updated now. Hey, Bree.
What's up?
It's really funny.
Yeah, but I'm not sweet, though, Alex, so why do you keep playing?
You're not. I thought you don't work here.
Boomerang. That's her new name. Boomerang Bree.
What are you talking about? Oh,
I
my
like
God.
that one, Alex. Pat myself on the back.
I can't. I have no words.
It's all right, Bree. It's okay.
We had a whole going away party with love notes and gifts.
We did. I ain't gonna lie.
And she was back 4 days later.
She literally gave everybody cards.
She did.
That's a goodbye.
I'm never gonna see y'all again in life, except in a week. But
I met those. It was 3 weeks, FYI, and there was no party. There was 3 weeks, and there was no party.
we're not letting your semantics get away with our
I did get
jokes.
a party this time.
And no party ever. I'll never.
Boomerang Bree, what you got for us?
The Knicks are on top of the 76ers, 101-99. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. It is coming down kind of close to the wire. Jaylen Brunson has 22 points for New York. OG Anunoby has 24 points for the 76ers, trying to make up for not having Joel Embiid. Paul George has 19. Tyrese Maxey leading the way with 23 points. Anthony Edwards has been cleared to play and will play in Game 2 between the Timberwolves and Spurs. Tip-off about 10 minutes from now. In the NHL playoffs, the Sabres are on top of the Canadiens, 4-2, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third period. The puck will drop on the ice between the Golden Knights and Ducks in about 10 minutes from now. Vegas has a 1-0 series lead. In Major League Baseball, Juan Soto has hit his first leadoff home run of this season as the Mets are on top of the Rockies 1-0. It's the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Judge now has 15 home runs on the season, but the Yankees are still losing to the Rangers 6-1. It's the bottom of the eighth. Red Sox shutting out the Tigers 4-0. A little bit earlier today, the Angels topped the White Sox 8-2, and Andy Pah has hit a career-high 3 home runs as the Dodgers curb stomped the Astros 12-2. And yes, Boomerang Bring, I will be back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. I'll boomerang myself back tomorrow night.
I like how you did that. See
There
how
you go.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 101-99. Few minutes left in this game. As Bree was
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah,
4 minutes left
A lot of time.
in this game. We got a good one going on. Knicks up 2 over the 76ers. As Bree was mentioned, just looking at some points. OG Anunoby, who, by the way, Jason Smith, he's in the other room now. He got to be excited because OG Anunoby has been. And didn't I tell you, he's been the best.
Jason Smith is walking and pacing because his stomach is
It
in
is
knots.
a tough game.
Because he's like, we can't lose this game without Embiid. It's too close for comfort. He's not Ted Knight. This is not a good thing. They could lose it.
They could. OG Anunoby has been their most consistent player all playoffs.
Would you be sick? Just give me a thumbs up or up.
Would he be
if
sick?
they lose?
Beyond sick.
He would.
I don't
you know
who
what?
would be sicker. You have to watch some blood, gory, like the movie Saw.
Oh God!
Or him taking a loss. Rob G, which one?
It would be so bad he would throw up in Alex's mouth. I'm just saying.
Oh, that would be amazing. To tie Rob Parker down. Yeah, that's pretty extreme, actually. Yeah,
Rob!
I tried to move past it. I'm not going to lie.
Throw that on Bree. She don't work here.
Yeah, I tried to just move
She's
right past
back.
it. She did boomerang back. What would be if we could tie you down, put toothpicks on your eyelids, and make you watch like Saw?
Hey, yo.
No, that would be amazing.
I saw a little bit of it at my barbershop, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?"
Because you
when
literally
the guy's
turn
in
into
the
like
bathroom and,
and
he has to cut his leg off to get up.
Oh, what is this? Come on, guys, cut it off.
So gross.
It's
So
you
gross.
really can't take it. It's
No,
hilarious.
That stuff. I got a very vivid imagination. I told you I hid my Halloween mask. I couldn't find it every Halloween because I hid it so good. I was always afraid I was going to wake up.
You got to put more hid on that.
Hid.
Because that sounded crazy.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I hid.
Oh.
That sounded crazy.
And I'm telling you, like, my nightmare was that I was going to wake up and somebody was going to be standing over me with that mask on. I'm not even kidding.
The best part about it is this is when he was like 58.
Yeah.
Not when he was 8. When he was 58.
I'm serious. I was like, oh, I can't have this. But I needed it for Halloween. I needed a
can't ever find it.
And I didn't want to buy another one every
Right.
year. But I was like, oh, God.
How you going to be scared and cheap?
I'm scared and cheap. I am.
You know Alex is cooking it up right
Alex,
now, you just said.
Alex is not.
Yes,
Alex got other fish to fry.
No, he ain't frying nothing.
I'm cutting up some stuff.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
I'm cutting up some stuff.
Uh-oh.
All right, real quick. We were talking about a little bit earlier the Lakers and kind of what they're right now. By the way, they've lost, 5 or 6 games now to the Thunder? Average of 27 points per game, the loss. I mean, you're not even remotely in it.
That's why Vegas is making it 15.5.
My gosh. But Austin Reeves is the interesting conversation because I've always felt this. If Austin Reeves is your number 3 guy, you might have something cooking. But the idea that Austin Reeves, like even this season, I know he was the quote-unquote second-best player. A lot of that was because LeBron was like, I'm going to let y'all cook. I'm going to let you do what you do. But we all knew come playoff time, LeBron is the one who can get to his spots, get his shot. He can go down low. He can obviously end up having 12, 15 assists. He looked very good in game 1 of that series, 27 points for LeBron. And I just don't feel like if Austin Reeves is your second-best player, Rob, as everybody wants to make it, that you got a chance. Austin Reeves cannot be your second-best player. I'll tell you a stat that is disturbing for a second-best player. Austin Reeves has never scored over 25 points in a postseason game.
You mean, is that right?
He has not scored 25 points. That you kind of have a night where that happens, right? You just had a night. Like, I was on fire tonight. We get guys who are less talented than him get to have those nights. And so that concerns me as my number 2 guy, right? They're going to be nights where I need Jalen Williams to go crazy. I need, obviously he's not Pippen, but Pippen to do his thing. You need your Kobe and Shaq. You need your number. Your number 2 is supposed to do that for winning teams. Think of who we called Kobe a number 2 to Shaq for years. We called Kevin McHale like a number 2. Like Joe Dumars, the guys who we call number 2, that's a high bar on championship teams is what I'm saying.
Right.
So if he's going to be a number 2, then there's a production in a postseason run that I need to see. And as great as spectacular as he was this regular season, when it comes postseason, Rob G, you're the Laker fan. Don't we every year go, man, I thought I was going to get 3 years running now, right? Where we thought, I was going to get more out of him. I was going to get more out of him. Dang, we needed more out of him. And I think it's because teams can narrow in, they can focus more, they can lock up on him, and a team like the Thunder can throw a bunch of different guys at him. And he ends up, struggling. It's not, and I just think that can't be your number 2 guy. Number 2 has to be much more dependable. And that's why, to be honest, why some people have issues with Jamal Murray, right? He has a game or 2, but he doesn't show up at times, and you're like, man, when I really needed him, he wasn't there. So are you Austin Reeves going to be your number 2?
No, I can't do it. And the money that you're talking about, like, I'm sorry. I can't, especially when the postseasons have not been good. You know what I mean? Like that scares me a lot. Because there's a difference between regular season basketball and postseason basketball. And I'm not saying the guy's going to be terrible all the time or every situation, but it's not a good look to say. And if I'm Luka, is that who your partner is going to be?
Right.
You know what I mean? Are you convinced that you pay him $40 million? Is anybody else coming? I don't know.
And it's a lot of money. I mean, I'll go back to you, Rob G. Is that your guy? Like, I got Luka, I got Reeves. Let's just for hypothetical sake, LeBron were to leave. Like, this is our guy. I got these. As long as I got these two cornerstones, we're cooking with something. Is that how you feel?
You know what sucks? I thought he might have been. Earlier in the season, the regular season Reeves looked really, really good. And then the problem is that we've seen now in this playoff run, OKC and 2 games against the Rockets, last year against Minnesota.
Yes.
Those teams are not going anywhere. Even Houston, with all their issue with Kevin Durant, the idea of the young, athletic, defensive-minded wing, you're going to see a lot of them in the next several years in the Western Conference. Not even talking about San Antonio and what they're doing over there. And Austin Reeves, as good as he is, has a real problem scoring against athletic, aggressive defenders. The Western Conference is littered with those kind of guys. And if you're banking on him to be in this scenario, a Kyrie Irving type, we are going to be wildly disappointed.
And Kyrie Irving, to my point, what did he do when they needed him most? Down 3-1? Him and LeBron both have 41. Remember that? 41-41. My point is, to say a number 2 on a championship, think about that number 2 guy on championship teams. It's either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. However you want to look at it in that final. Like, right. It's a high bar when you're saying you're going to be the number 2 on a team that can contend.
It's just that it's the amount of money too. Like, it's not that you don't want him.
Well, I agree.
Right.
Agreed.
Right. It's just it's the money part, Rob G. You're the Laker fan. It's not that you don't want Austin Reeves. You want Austin Reeves at $40 million.
Get Austin Reeves at $25 million?
I'd even go 32, 30.
Sure.
But $40 million?
But you're saying that we got to max him out, basically. So we got 2 guys making $90 million, and that's 35-40% of the cap. It's like, well, I don't know if that's going to work out for us.
Can we say this about this? The Celtics lost that game, right? With missing missing the last 9.
What did I just tell you?
Philadelphia had the game. It was tied, right? And they were down by 2. They're now 0 for 6 from the field, but 5 3-pointers.
I told Rob, I said, Rob, what are they doing?
The game was that close. You didn't need. I just don't even get it. Go to the basket, get a foul, shoot some free throws, keep the game. It doesn't even make sense. And to the Knicks' credit, they've been taking 2s.
Yep.
Right? They've been taking ones
to the rack.
Yeah.
Yep. Bridges hit a big, huge one.
But it was they're only up by 6, but
if you feel the franticness of the Sixers freaking out.
Now you might need to start shooting threes, but because you're down by 6 with 2.5 minutes to go. But
that's still enough time. All that is 2 stops. You get a bucket, you're down 4, you get another one, now you're down 2 with a minute and a half.
And there's plenty of time.
But that's what I don't like, Rod, the frantic. Like, they start freaking out like 3. Dude, you got 3 at the time. You got 3+ minutes. Relax. Last call, 877-99 on Fox. You want to get in? You haven't had a chance to. 877-99 on Fox. Hit us up. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance.
Your call's important to us.
Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
All right. So the Nuggets got knocked out last night.
They did. The Nuggets got knocked out, and that's the crazy part about it. It's one thing to lose if I told you Anthony Edwards, DiVincenzo was there, Dimansu was there. They didn't have their best player by far. They're probably one of the best role players in DiVincenzo, and then all of a sudden a guy they find, some found offense a few weeks ago, and he's out. So you kind of look at this and say, what a break this was supposed to be for arguably the best player in the league.
Still got to play.
And you still got to play. And what I loved about this game was that Jaden McDaniels said what he said, and he walked it like he talked it, to the tune of 32-10. He played so well throughout this whole series, and he never backed down. And you saw Joker and him get into it, and Joker get into it with another guy last night. And it was amazing to see this team lose Anthony Edwards. You would think the soul would be sucked out of them. And then also DiMarchiso goes down, torn Achilles, and you say, oh, man, at least we fought. At least we showed up. At least we tried. They said ain't no participation trophies. There's no blue ribbons. And they fought, and they were able to pull this thing down. Not even in a Game 7, Rob. And I'm going to just say it, I'm highly disappointed in what I saw from the Nuggets, and more specifically from Jokic, let alone Jamal Murray, but Joker, because typically great players play better in the playoffs. If you look at their career averages, and we're talking about the greats, they go up. This is why we're disappointed oftentimes in a guy like a James Harden, because you say, man, look at those numbers. Look how great you are. Why do you play at a lower level when it's postseason? And Joker typically has been right around or even a little bit better. But when he plays the Timberwolves, there's Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Julius Randle, McDaniels. They have the capacity to throw so many different guys at him, so many different looks, and it disrupts him. And he performed poorly, shot 40% and I think 4 of the games. I told you he is 2 for 14 or a stretch of those games in the fourth quarter. And this was the number 1 offense in the league. And they were able to rattle him. And I was just walked away from that saying there's absolutely no way that the best player in the league, 3-time MVP, could have had more, is going to find a way to lose to a team that doesn't have their best player in Anthony Edwards and one of their better players in DiMarchiso and one of their great finds in Ayo Dosunmu. And I could not express to you how I walked away from that game so confused, so disappointed in Joker, because when you're at that level he's at, the expectation is that's light work now. Would have been a battle with Anthony Edwards. You'd be okay with that. Even if they lost, you say, hey, it's a good team. Without him, there's no way you're supposed to lose that, and let alone you don't get to a Game 7. So I walked away very disappointed in him, and it's something that they're going to have to address, because now, to me, Aaron Gordon is hurt. He's starting to become hurt often. Jamal Murray comes up short at times, unless it's the Lakers. And I think this iteration of the Nuggets had their run, had their chance. The current NBA, Rob, does not allow for teams to win championships. If you go post KD, you got the Warriors 1-1, Milwaukee 1-1, Nuggets 1-1, Boston 1-1, Thunder 1-1. Will it be 2? And it just seems like now they're going to have to retool, because the Jamal Murray and Joker, they had a good run. They made it to the finals. They won Western Conference Finals before. But I haven't gotten enough out of them for me to say keep them. At least with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they stayed in the Eastern Conference Finals. They had went to a finals.
But they still won the same amount. I mean, I hear your point.
But I'm saying where I see our where we've gotten. I don't see that with the Nuggets. I don't see them perennially in the finals or Western Conference Finals. And they had a good run, and that's okay. And
but they also won a championship, right, without another all-star player, which was incredible when you think about it. I mean, they got there. Obviously, if you're a Nuggets fan, you got to be madly disappointed. I mean, just awful in that situation. I agree with you.
You can't lose that. Because
of what the other team doesn't have. So you're disappointed in that. Last year, you felt pretty good because you took the Thunder 7 games, right? You lost in 7 games, and you felt like the team, I thought, got better. And I get it, injuries and all that. The Joker didn't play up to his standards, no doubt about it. And it's going to happen. They have to upgrade the roster. They have to add, to me, you need to try to get him another kind of quote-unquote star player. I really believe that. Jamal Murray is very good, but there's more misses than hits when it comes to Jamal Murray. And a lot of nights, he just doesn't play well. And it can't be just on one guy. Even Shaq and Kobe, do you know what I mean? You got to have another guy.
Fox Sports Radio 107-102. Knicks up with 25 seconds left, and Rob and I it's some bad.
That game was up for grabs.
Yeah, some bad shot attempts from the Sixers. They got frantic, in my opinion, and the Knicks got some good, points in the paint, mid-rangers, and that might be the difference there. Obviously, 25 seconds.
They got
We've seen
the
some crazy
mid-rangers,
stuff.
definitely.
Yeah, it is the odd couple. Rob
the
Parker,
Pacers
Kelvin
aren't
Washington.
playing tonight. This game's over.
The Pacers aren't playing. You hit 40, energy drops, weight sticks. Yeah, you're doing the same work. That's not discipline, that's biology. So it doesn't mean you have to accept it, though. Go to mdriveformen.com, mDrive for men who show up. mDrive has been taking care of us as well. They can take care of you. Let's get to this last call.
This is the last call.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple.
I did pull out.
Oh. All right, last call. Who we got?
Orlando in El Paso.
You are
the last caller here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
What's up, Orlando?
I'm good, guys. Thank you for having me. Listen, the gift that keeps on giving, the Babe Ruth files. It was not reported that Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel rented a boat together in 2021. So this thing keeps just getting better and better, if you ask me. And the last part, go ahead, Russ.
Yeah, I was just going to say, a lot of people, and, I had an issue with it. Like, went out of their way because they like her and know her, you know what I mean, and tried to immediately turn away from this. It's every day it's worse. I agree with you, Orlando. Go ahead.
Every day is worse. It's just getting worse. And last thing, listen, as someone who turned around when someone in a bunch of millions of crowd said, "Hey, LA hater," and I automatically turned around, I'm happy with what's going on. Because there's a LeBron coming. Watch. Just watch. It's coming, baby. I love it.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
No, it's not.
That was
LeBron.
me.
He said Laker hater turns around.
That was me. He's talking about
That's funny.
when I was in front of Staples.
That's funny.
Somebody yelled at me and said, I had my back to them. And they said, "Hey, LA hater." And then, you know what the guy said? "I knew you would turn around. I knew you would turn around. You know who you are."
So next time you're
I
in
hear
Detroit,
you on the
I'm gonna
radio.
say, Detroit hater. You can turn.
Nah, what are you talking about? I can't wait to go back home next week.
Yeah,
You know what I said? Home?
Home. Look at you. What you been?
I'm a homeowner. I own a home there. I own a barbershop
I
for
know.
almost 25 years there.
I know.
People think I dislike Detroit. It's preposterous. Oh, I don't want to say that.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit. You put a little extra sauce.
A little
in that.
extra.
Yeah. Say Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
It's like you're right there.
I said it. What?
No, you're right there. Rob G, what you say?
Vrabel?
He's like almost there. Not yeah.
Mike
yeah,
Vrabel.
See, Shay said
Mike
that?
Vrabel.
Bro, it's not bro. Bull. Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
There you go. That was better.
All right. I
Maybe
just want all I want is when they fire him, then I'll say it right. Is that fair? No.
It's final 108-102. Jason Smith can breathe. The Knicks now up 2-0 in this series.
Hey, Alex, that means you guys are getting wings tonight, huh?
Getting wings, baby.
There you go.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, you guys hear him? Listen down the hall.
Huh? Oh, God.
gosh. Bree, what you shaking your head for?
Rob G, if you
Go
want
Phoenix, go Phoenix.
If you want wings every night, you know you could always make a trade. You know what I mean?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
What are you going to do? Eat one of them?
No.
By the way, they're tripling my dosage.
Wait, you have no more meat on your
Oh,
bones.
my gosh.
I'm serious.
I'm going to look like Monty in about 6 weeks.
How vain can you be? Just vain.
I'm Team
Why are you
Rob
jealous,
Parker on
Rob?
this one.
Because I got to work out with a trainer and
No,
pay
you
him.
don't. You have enough money where you don't have to work out.
No, Rob, keep doing it, bro. I respect
No,
it.
don't do it.
I respect
Rob,
you,
we
Rob.
run from the grind around
It
here.
makes no sense, Rob G. Like, you're the reason why, like, when people get on stuff who don't need it, like, there was nothing about you that didn't. All I need is to lock in for 6 months.
That's true. Rob
and
G's
I'll
the
be
guy
good.
that hops out of a car and has the handicap thing, and he's just walking
That's
in.
a great example.
I wish.
Makes no sense, Rob G.
And if
I
I
was gonna
saw
give you
you
my
do
extra
that,
pill. Now you
I
can
would,
have it.
I
All right,
would
we'll talk off the
scream
air, my
at
bad. I
you.
apologize, Rob G. We'll talk off the air.
I got a whole
Here I am
fridge full.
fighting for my life.
He's a pharmacy now.
I know.
He's got
well, at least you're
pills.
Whole Foods.
All right, I'm
Alex.
gonna go see Vito and see if I can shred 40 pounds. I'm just
There
gonna
you go.
say that.
Go see him. Rob G, just get in the gym.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?